Outlaw Baseball is live on the radio at KNYN and online at mylocalradio.com. It's another season of Wyoming AA Legion Baseball. Follow the American Legion Post 41 Evanston Outlaws throughout the summer months as we bring you live video and play-by-play coverage. Today's broadcast is being brought to you in part by Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, mylocalradio.com, Best Western Dunmore Inn and Legal Tender Restaurant, West Star Printing, Rocky Mountain Sign, Rocky Mountain Yeti, Seavers Jewelers, Ellingford Brothers, Bear River Dental, The Lumberyard, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, Mountain West Business Solutions, Plains Tire, Landmark Plumbing and Heating, Joe's Modern Cleaners, Wyoming Dental Specialties, Uinta County School District Number 1, T-Bar S Body Shop, Dr. McKay Frankham DDS, Evanston Regional Hospital, Flex Fitness, Kazines, Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau, Superior Rental, and the Gun Room. With first pitch quickly approaching, let's head to the booth.
Elimination. That's what one of these two teams faced today, as both Evanston and Cody lost in the opening round 10-0 yesterday. To move on to Sunday, you have to win today. But it's a true double elimination tournament, so a state title is still in reach for both the Cody Cubs and the Evanston Outlaws. Last night, we saw Rock Springs take the state favorite Gillette to the brink and almost come away with an upset. Anything can happen, and when it's all on the line. Jake Hibbert joining you through day 2 of the Wyoming AA State Tournament live from Ladke Memorial Stadium in Gillette. We welcome you in from Evanston, Cody, Rock Springs, or wherever you may be listening, as this is a First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on mylocalradio.com.
It's important to feel like you belong. At Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, we understand the value of connection. When you become a member, you join our family. You become an owner of a not-for-profit financial organization, and your success becomes our success. We give back to our members by offering lower loan rates, fewer fees, higher yields, and more products and services. Become a member of Trona Valley Federal Credit Union today, and let's work together to reach your financial goals. We're a caring partner here for you. Member NCUA.
Does your time at the dental office feel like this? Or like this? At Bear River Dental, we do everything we can to help your time at the dental office feel more like this. Call Bear River Dental today at 307-789-5608 to have a dental experience like this. That's Bear River Dental at 307-789-5608. We'll treat you well.
Put on a show, so if you need a demonstration, I apologize if I kept you waiting. Have to make a statement.
Cloudy day here in Gillette, Wyoming, and at Ladke Memorial Stadium for day 2 of the AA State Tournament. Welcome in, everyone. I'm Jake Hibbert, and we are here for another beautiful day of Wyoming Legion baseball. The Evanston Outlaws are taking infield right now. They wear white home pants as they are the number 3 seed out of the West to Cody's 4 seed out of the East, technically, just because Cheyenne Post 6 had to drop out. Cody jumped in, took the AA number 4 seed away, and they're playing against Evanston as the away team today. The Cody Cubs looking for their jerseys right now and seeing that they are blue, bright blue, with some white striping across the side of the arms, gray pants and yellow lettering. The Outlaws on the jerseys wearing their gray jerseys with the blue and white striping patterns across the belly. And on the mound today for the Evanston Outlaws, first it's Seth Lloyd, a 6th-year Evanston Outlaw with 50 1/3 innings to his name on the mound this year. He tore his shoulder up during the football season earlier this season, and we weren't sure how much he was going to throw. Well, it turned out he ended up 2nd in total innings on the team behind only Ryan Fisher. And he's tops among qualified pitchers for the Evanston Outlaws in ERA at a 2.921 clip and a whip of 1.649. That is walks plus hits divided by innings pitched. Pretty easy math out there for you. In Seth Lloyd's 50 1/3 innings this year, he's given up 52 hits, 41 runs, 21 of them have been earned. He's walked 31 to 38 strikeouts, but hit 11 batsmen, tied for the lead on the team along with Jagger Mitchell. For the Cody Cubs, Elijah Leyva is on the mound, and it's a familiar name for anyone in Evanston who listens to my local radio throughout the year, as Elijah Leyva was tearing up the basketball courts for Evanston, or for Cody against Evanston in a couple of contests, including a Day 1 regional game at the 4A West tournament in Cody. On the mound is Elijah Leyva, taking a couple years off baseball and jumping back in after moving from Worland to Cody. He has pitched the second most for the Cody Cubs this year, behind only Max Williams. Elijah Leyva has pitched 41 2/3 innings. That includes 8 starts with an 8-1 record. He's allowed 29 runs, 20 of which have been earned, given up 43 hits, walked 17 to 19 strikeouts, has a 3.36 ERA and a 1.44 whip. Seth Lloyd's record on the mound, 6-4. With a couple of no decisions non-decisions through 10 starts, 1 save in his only opportunity for Seth Lloyd as well. Elijah Leyva does not have any saves or opportunities to do so. Those are the 2 on the mound today. Last night we saw a pitcher's duel in the final game of the contest after 3 games which were not heavily contested. Evanston in the morning 10 a.m. game lost to Sheridan in 5 innings, 10-0, was shut out with just 2 hits. In the following game, after that at 1 p.m., Laramie defeated Jackson, which also got just 2 hits in a 6-0 loss to the Laramie Rangers. That broke a 16-game losing streak for Laramie as they move on to play Gillette in the second round today at 7 p.m. The third game of the day was Casper versus Cody, and it started out all right for the Cody Cubs, holding Casper without a run early on in the first inning, but Casper got 5 in the second. We'll get into that a little bit later. But the final score ended up being 10-0 in that game as well. It wasn't until the final game of the day, Rock Springs versus Gillette, a game which a lot of people, including a crowded Ladke Memorial Stadium here for the home-standing Gillette Rough Riders, thought would be over early. However, Rock Springs, behind Ryan Powers on the mound, allowed just 3 hits, including just 2 through the first 6 2/3 innings, and no runs to the Gillette Rough Riders as Rock Springs led 1-0 going in to the final out of the 7th inning. However, it was not to be, as Gillette, with everything on the line, had Tanner Richards come to the plate with a man standing on third and 2 outs, and he was able to drive one into left field past the third baseman of Rock Springs and score the tying run with the last possible out. We went into extra innings into the 8th inning as Rock Springs was unable to get a score in despite getting their opening man on base. And then the bases went loaded for Gillette after a man got to third base. An intentional walk was given, and then after a stolen base at second, a second intentional walk was given, which brought Caleb Lewis up to the plate to face Rock Springs, and he was able to drive one out to center field over the head of Rock Springs' defense and win the game as Caleb Driscoll drove in to score from third to home to make the final 2-1. Nonetheless, that was a show of heart by the 4th seed Rock Springs team, a team which went winless in the conference year, 0-6 against Evanston, Casper, and the Jackson Giants, but nearly pulled off a round 1 upset against the home-standing Gillette Rough Riders. The hero of the game was nearly Ryan Powers, and we were planning to talk to him, but as things progressed, it ended up being Caleb Lewis who was the hero, and I was able to meet him on the field just after that thrilling 2-1 victory, RBI game winner walk-off by Lewis, and we'll hear from him right now.
We've got Caleb Lewis with the Gillette Rough Riders just coming off that game-winning knock. Down 1-0, 2 outs in the game. Where were you guys at in the dugout just prior to tying it up?
Well, mentally, we were in the game the whole time. My teammates were great. Mentally, we just kept through it. The game's cruel. We know it's going to be tough all the time. State's just a different monster, and we just got to keep going through it.
You know, obviously, you always expect tough games coming into state, and it doesn't matter the round. But, man, could you have anticipated this on night one?
I mean, anything's happened in baseball. It just happens all the time. Props to the teammates, Richie coming through with a big hit. We couldn't ask for a better first round, actually. I mean, we'd like to beat those guys worse, but we got the job done, and that's all that matters.
How was the atmosphere tonight?
Oh, it was intense. Love the fans. Got to love them. Got to keep coming. It's not easy, not done yet.
You know, what were you thinking at the bat in that last at-bat when you're sitting there waiting on the pitches?
Well, originally, I missed the sign, actually. Supposed to squeeze bunt there. I missed the first one, and I thought it was a bluff sign, so I swung through it. And luckily, I got it down, or my teammate would have been out.
What was the pitch?
It was a fastball down.
Were you just looking for any opportunity? Was that your pitch? Where was it?
I was just looking to square ball up, have a tough at-bat, and I just got the job done for my team. It's all a team game, right?
Well, it absolutely is. Going into night 2, Caleb Lewis, congratulations, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
That was Caleb Lewis after the game-winning RBI for the Gillette Rough Riders as the number 1 seed from the East does move on to beat Rock Springs 2-1 the final. But what a thriller we had. And there were a lot of Evanston Outlaws, particularly late after a text message was sent out by Jason Lloyd to say, get to the ballpark. We've got a game here. And maybe a little bit of inspiration for both of these teams. Facing elimination tonight, the Cody Cubs and the Evanston Outlaws. First pitch about 10 to 15 minutes away, depending on how soon they start things. The Cody Cubs are taking infield practice right now. We will take a break and come back with Bart Grenz, the manager of the Cody Cubs, next on this First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on MyLocalRadio.com.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
There's an easy way to get a 10-day free pass to Flex Fitness. Log on to the Evanston sports pages at mylocalradio.com and click on the Flex Fitness logo. This is Mike Gatewood, co-owner of Flex Fitness in Evanston. When you click on the Flex Fitness logo displayed on the Evanston sports pages at mylocalradio.com, we'll give you a 10-day free pass to work out here at Flex Fitness. Log on right now and get your 10-day free pass to Flex Fitness. Click on Flex Fitness on the Evanston sports pages at mylocalradio.com and come check us out.
Stepping, moving while I'm feeling buzz. And I ain't drunk, these my moves, this is what I does. It's good clubbing, and we buzzing. Yeah, so we gon' get it into the nightfall.
Cody continues to take infield. Bart Grenz out there hitting grounders to his third baseman as they come in around the horn. Let's now hear from Bart Grenz of the Cody Cubs manager, leading up to Evanston versus Cody in day 2 of the AA state tournament at Ladke Memorial Stadium.
Got Bart Grenz with the Cody Cubs. Yesterday's game obviously didn't go by the plan, but I don't know if you guys had too much of an idea of what to expect when you jumped up to this tournament. What was your idea when you came in, jumping in at the AA level?
Well, you know, we wanted the challenge, and we were asked to come in and do this based on we host the national regional, so we already have a regional berth in the tournaments in Cody, so we'll be there. So we decided to come in and fill the spot that was left open by Cheyenne, and I'm glad we're here, and I'm glad we get to compete here in Gillette.
Well, yeah, I guess, lack of a better term, you really didn't have anything to lose as far as getting into that regional since you did host. And, I mean, the program's success over the years said that you could compete. Do you think your guys were just a little bit jittery yesterday trying to get the hits strung together?
Well, you know, I think we were in a good state of mind before the game. You know, we just went out there, and I think things kind of got away from us and kind of hit the snowball effect in Casper's big inning there. You know, we didn't do a very good job defensing that, and Casper took advantage. And I think that's what you're going to have here playing at the AA level is, you know, you leave the door open a little bit. Some teams are going to knock it down, and, you know, you got to figure out how to slam it to get out of those innings, and we didn't do a very good job of that yesterday.
I was going back to the last time Evanston and Cody played, and I believe it was 2017 at a Jackson tournament in the middle of the year, and it was a Cody victory. So that is to say I haven't seen you guys in a little bit, and I don't know too much about you outside of your stats, your players, who you are. So who are you going with on the mound today to start things off, and tell me a little bit about him?
Elijah Leyva will go on the mound today for us. He's been a solid kid for us all year. We didn't know what to expect. This is his first year in our program. He played a few years back in Worland. When he moved to Cody, he took a couple years off, and now he's back out. Good kid, you know, competitor on the mound, and we're going to hand him the ball and see what he can do.
I watched him during the basketball season. I'm looking down. Did he get a haircut?
I hope so. You know, it's a little different out here in the heat. You know, he he cut his hair, and he's a competitor. He hustles hard. If you watched him during basketball, you have the same thing here, Just a good kid and fun to have on the team.
This is the second year that the AA state tournament has had a game on this artificial turf field, and I know a lot of teams just love it for the infield because it gives a predictable bounce. Obviously, though, it gets a little bit hot out there, too, as well. What's your guys' prior experience with playing on turf?
We haven't. It's been a lot of years since we were on turf. We were talking about that. We played on turf at a national regional in Alaska. Our B team did play here last year at the state tournament here in Gillette, the B districts here in Gillette. It wasn't a state, it was a district tournament. And that's our only experiences on turf. So a lot of our kids have never played on turf before. And, it's kind of a good experience for them. Nobody was too high on it or too low on it. Just, we're just out here playing baseball.
All right, manager for the Cody Cubs, Bart Grenz, thank you.
Hey, thank you.
Welcome back to Ladke Memorial Stadium. The lineups are being announced right now. Let's take the opportunity to give you the starters down the line for – what do we got? Oh, come on in the third again. Yeah. Got Bo Lloyd coming back up. He joined us yesterday, former Outlaw, and giving us some great color. He'll give us another inning today. Let's give you the lineups first for Cody Phillips leading off for the visiting Cody for the Cody Cubs. On the year, Cody Phillips, a .374 hitter. Devin Engvall will be the second hitter as he is on the year, .336. Jared Grenz is third in the order, a .413 hitter. Tristan Blatt, .507, cleaning things up along with 12 home runs on the year. Jack Schroeder hitting .366 on the season, bats fifth. 6'7" is Tyler Grenz hitting .317. Ethan Johnston hits .305, and Heston Williams hits just .278 but with a .435 on base percentage. And Elijah Leyva is ninth in the order and pitching today, a .339 batter with 56 singles and 5 doubles on the year. Most importantly, though, Cody looking for a good pitching performance out of him today. For the Evanston Outlaws, defensively, Seth Lloyd on the mound leading the team in ERA and second in innings pitched. At first base is Gus Allred. Reed Gross behind the dish catching for Lloyd. Second base is Brendan Thompson. Jagger Mitchell at shortstop. Jordan Schneider at third. In the outfield is left field Ryan Fisher. Center field Chris Perriman and Casey Perriman in right field. We will take another break and then come back to hear from Jason Lloyd next as we get close to first pitch on MyLocalRadio.com. This is a First Bank presentation of Evanston Outlaws Baseball.
Does your time at the dental office feel like this? Or like this? At Bear River Dental, we do everything we can to help your time at the dental office feel more like this. Call Bear River Dental today at 307-789-5608 to have a dental experience like this. That's Bear River Dental at 307-789-5608.
I've got Jason Lloyd with me, day two here in Gillette. You guys came here early today, and not that you don't normally get here before game time, but we're talking 2 hours early. What's the idea behind this?
Well, one, they've only got one batting cage, and so we voted at the coaches meeting that the home team would get here and do BP first, so the other team could get here and do it second, like before 9 o'clock. So that, we kind of had a little meeting in the lobby this morning and trying to get all the kids up and just let them know it's either now or never type of thing. So that was kind of the idea behind that, just getting here.
Well, like I said, it is an elimination game, and you guys are here in uniform, like I said, 2 hours before this contest. Do you think that's do you like what you're seeing so far? Do they seem focused, or some of them still waking up?
Oh, we have a few that are still waking up, but for the most part, the kids know that they need to win this game, and it's an elimination game. So, yeah, I think we're ready.
How long does it take Brendan Thompson to get his uniform on?
It takes Brendan Thompson about 30-35 minutes to get it on.
I've heard of kids having their uniforms ready to go 5 hours before the game, and here he is in shorts and a T-shirt.
Right. Well, there's two kids that take the longest to get their uniforms on. Ethan and Brendan Thompson.
All right, Brendan, do you agree with that statement? All right, now that gets them to run away. You ask them a question, and they go run. And I actually had your son, Bo Lloyd, on the broadcast yesterday, and he said he saw a lot of guys seeming like they were jittery in the batting box yesterday, and he chalked a lot of the hitting problems up to that.
Yeah, I think they were a lot of just being on the big stage and being here. The pitcher was not overpowering. He's a good pitcher, but we had seen better or faster, I guess. I wouldn't say better, but, this kid pitched strikes, and we just had a few of us that could get bat on ball, and I think they were nervous to be here. I think they wanted to be here and have some fun, but it was just in the moment type of thing. And Sheridan's a good team. They put bat on ball when they needed to, and Ryan admitted that he wasn't himself yesterday totally, and he said his curveball wasn't working like it usually does, and his locate wasn't. We didn't walk very many, but still, when you're not locating and you're getting deep in the count, it's pretty tough to climb back. But with a team like that, so we were a little off our game yesterday. Hopefully, we come back with the different Outlaw team today.
You finished the season off with a big loss and then followed by a gigantic win. I asked you going into yesterday's game what the difference was you saw between those 2 days, and it applies here again because it is a similar situation where you play one game, you get to think about it, and you come back and play again.
Yeah, and I hope that's what we told them. We're like, the pressure is off now. It's just now you just play. It's you play or go home. And so yesterday there was a pressure game, a little bit better team. We wanted to get the first win, but now it's like, okay, let's just go out and have some fun and play. And that's how they did it when we played against Jackson that last Saturday. So, and that turned out really well for us. So I'm hoping that's the team we see today.
Now, Cody, team you haven't seen and a team that's jumping up from single A. Now, I'm not going to ask you about underestimating them because I'm sure that's not going to happen because they just had their 13th loss of the year out of like 50, 60 games so far. They're 45-13 now. So that's not the question. But did you get to see any of them yesterday? I know you guys got there at the tail end of the game.
Yeah.
Do you know too much or anything?
I don't know anything about them, and we tried to get here. I didn't think it was going to go out like that, but we did not even get to see them. We saw them do some warm-up stuff, but other than that, I don't know anything about them, and maybe that's a good thing. We just go with our game plan and hit the ball.
Yeah, it's been
First pitch at 9:56 by Seth Lloyd is a called ball as we have leading off Cody Phillips, a left-handed hitter for the Cody Cubs. 72 degrees and cloud cover all the way around, a little bit muggy here. Very different than yesterday's game, which was approaching 85 degrees already, it seemed like, at first pitch. Seth Lloyd, always a quick worker, and has already thrown 3 deliveries. The count is at 2-1 to the left-handed hitter. Cody Phillips, who went yesterday 0 for 3 against the Casper Oilers. Count sitting at 3-1. Lloyd, a right-handed pitcher, and Phillips, a lefty. Batting order, 3-1. Fouled off. Puts it at 3-2. Batting order for Cody goes lefty, lefty, righty, 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 lefty, righty, righty, righty. Lloyd on a full count. The pitch to Phillips. Swung on, hit deep to right field. Down the line and hits it for a fair ball. Hits the wall on one hop, a double, turning the corner to make it to try for a triple. The throw into the bag is in time, but it's bobbled by Schneider at third base, and Cody Phillips is safe with a leadoff triple on day 2 of the state tournament. Heard from Jason Lloyd pregame, and Bart Grenz of the Cody Cubs as well. Grenz down on the third base line coaching, telling him to come and go. He said, make the turn, Phillips, and you could see why. The speed of Phillips, no question, he was in there. Despite a good throw, it was just a hair off, and Schneider bobbled it. Lefty at the bat, Devin Engdahl. Engdahl went 0 for 2 yesterday, walked, struck out, and grounded out. Count sitting at 1-1. Seth Lloyd already working with a man in scoring position and no outs. Phillips standing there at third base. A foul off. Puts the count at 1-2. Yesterday, Evanston was able to muster just 2 hits all game long. Cody didn't do much better. They got just 4. The pitch, outside corner. No call, it's a ball. Count sitting at 2-2 with a man on third base. No outs, top of the first inning. On 2-2, he fills it up, so back-to-back full counts for Seth Lloyd. Losing pitcher yesterday was Ryan Fisher for Evanston. He gave up 8 runs in 3 1/3 innings. The delivery from Lloyd on full count, and it's a walk, high and outside. As we have runners on the corners, puts Jared Grenz at the plate. Grenz was one of those 4 hits yesterday. He got a leadoff single, a 2-out single in the first inning. Didn't go anywhere, though, as Tristan Blatt was struck out looking to end the inning. On the mound yesterday for Casper was Will Clare, and he ended up going 5 innings. Probably could have gone a complete game had Casper gone and gotten an extra run as they were up 9-0 in the 5th inning. But after 5 complete, they pulled him for Harrison Talbert, the righty, and he threw a no-hit 6th inning. And Casper scored a walk-off run to end the game at 10-0. Count at 1-0. The location for Seth Lloyd a little bit spotty. Lloyd perhaps feeling the pressure of elimination in his final Legion weekend. Throws the strike. Seth Lloyd setting up to enter off onto an LDS mission, so he's done with Legion baseball after this weekend and looking to extend it. A pickoff throw down to first. It got him. And picked off is Devin Engdahl, who got jittery in the box, started to go for second as Lloyd looked over his way, jumped back to first base, and a tight tag applied down onto the back shoulder blade of Engdahl by Gus Allred. Gets the first out. Runner on third base still, though, and a 1-2 count after a foul out of play. Allred giving it a long look as it heads into the bullpen down the first base sideline. Phillips standing on third. Cody and Casper looked like a good game through an inning and a half. But a 5-run bottom of the second inning really was the difference, and Casper gets on a roll like that, and other teams start making mistakes in bunches when the Oilers have it rolling. Casper will take on Sheridan today at 4 p.m. in the winner's bracket. Knocked down the right field line, a high foul ball, a high fly ball into the glove of Casey Perriman. Runner coming in from third. The throw is well late and in standing to score the first run of the game. Cody Phillips makes it 1-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Phillips tags home after the sacrifice fly by Jared Grenz brings up Tristan Blatt. Blatt, the right-handed hitter, went for the only extra base hit for Cody yesterday. Had a double in his second at-bat after striking out to end the first inning. Went 1 for 3 on the day. Flew out to right field in his third at-bat. Takes an inside fastball and lines it down the foul line on third base side. Can feel the moisture in the air as it's not as hot, but it's a heavy summer heat here at 10:02 a.m. in Gillette, Wyoming, and have projected thunderstorms for later today that may affect these games. The good thing about this field here at Ladke Memorial is the field turf will absorb that rain, and you can just play ball as soon as it stops for the most part. Knock up, fly to center field, shallow, and out number 3 is recorded. The Outlaws do give up 1 run, though, as Cody Phillips comes around to score on the sacrifice fly by Jared Grenz. 1-0 after the top half, onto the bottom and home side of the first inning next on this First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1 FM.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
The steel fabrication shop at Ellingford Brothers is available for large and small projects alike. We work with individuals, the public is always welcome, and contractors. We design and build one-of-a-kind projects, plus we fabricate loose parts and heavy equipment, and customize Ford and Dodge pickup truck front bumpers, plus equipment including hitches, trailers, and more. Serving customers since 1936, Ellingford Brothers is reliable, honest, and offers competitive pricing. Call today, 307-789-1515.
Never had a love about you. Confuse the people walking as you go. Yeah. First time everyone's a winner.
Reed Gross leads off for the Evanston Outlaws, down 1-0 to the Cody Cubs on an elimination day 2 of state at the AA tournament, Ladke Memorial Field here in Gillette, Wyoming, the northeast corner of the Equality State. Has Reed Gross leading off, followed by Jagger Mitchell and Seth Lloyd to start off the Evanston Outlaws. Seth Lloyd on the tops of batting average in the number 3 hole for the Evanston Outlaws for the team. 458 on the season, including 4 of their 5 home runs as a team. Reed Gross leading off with a 338 batting average. That's 139 at-bats, 47 hits. First pitch is a swing and a miss against Elijah Leyva. Leyva was the leading scorer in the 4A West and the state in basketball during the 2018-2019 season. Averaged more than 25 points per game. Pitching today and gets another swing and a miss. The 0-2, a swing and a miss and 3 pitches and down. Drop third strike, toss to first for the out. A punch out and a 2-3 put out as Reed Gross leads off. And Elijah Leyva looking strong early on for Leyva, as we mentioned in the pregame show. He was second in innings pitched on the season for the Cody Cubs this year at 41 2/3 innings. And strikeout number 20 of the season is all for him, so certainly not a strikeout pitcher throughout the year. Sitting at about 1 every other inning. Gets number 20 there, though. Jagger Mitchell takes the first pitch down the third baseline. Foul. Count sitting at 0-1. The Evanston Outlaws, again, with just 2 hits in all of yesterday's game, looked a little bit jittery at the plate. The pitch. Breaking ball doesn't cut inside enough, and it's a ball for a 1-1 count. Ryan Fisher in the cleanup spot, and Gus Allred hitting 5th. High fly ball down the third baseline, and in play to make the catch is Jack Schroeder at third base, and quickly there are 2 Evanston outs. 6, 7, 8 for the Evanston Outlaws. In the order is Chris Perriman, Brendan Thompson, Casey Perriman, and Jordan Schneider is batting 9th. As we mentioned, Elijah Leyva pitching, Devin Engdahl behind the plate catching, Heston Williams at first, Ethan Johnston at second. Hit down the right field line and a foul for Seth Lloyd on the first pitch. Ethan Johnston at second base for the Cody Cubs. Tyler Grenz at shortstop, and Jack Schroeder making the play at third, playing that bag as well. Tristan Blatt in left field, Jared Grenz in center, and Cody Phillips at right field. 2 outs, nobody on for the Evanston Outlaws, wearing their gray tops with the blue, gray, and white stripes across the belly. Cody Cubs bright blue jerseys, yellow lettering and numerals, and white sleeves. Foul ball makes it 0-2 into the trees down the third base side. A little bit of sun peeking out here. Just after 10 a.m. in Gillette. About 95% cloud cover, though. And you can feel the heavy humidity in the air. A ball delivered by Leyva makes the count 1-2 to Seth Lloyd, hitting over 500 in the month of July. Fouls it off to stay alive. 529 Lloyd's average since the July 4th Firecracker Tournament at the Rocky Mountain School of Baseball. The delivery on 1-2, and yet another foul ball. 4 foul balls this at-bat by Seth Lloyd. Count stays at 1-2. Pitch count for Seth Lloyd in the first inning was 18 thrown. Misses outside does Leyva on the 1-2 to even it up at 2 apiece. Elijah Leyva getting a strikeout to start the contest against Reed Gross. The Evanston Outlaws had 7 strikeouts in yesterday's loss, 10-0 to Sheridan. Very uncharacteristic of the Outlaws program. You usually don't see any strikeouts, and certainly not more than 2 or 3 in a given game by Evanston. Jacob Boint, though, on point for Sheridan. 2-2 delivery from Leyva, right down the pipe. Hit up high, opposite field, into left. Coming in to make the grab, Tristan Blatt puts the Outlaws down 1-2-3 in the first inning. Book has been closed. On to the second next. Cody, the only team to score so far, by Cody Phillips. Top of the second next on this First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
For over 10 years, the professional and friendly staff at Mountain West Business Solutions has been serving customers in Wyoming and Utah. Our professional technicians live and work in communities across both states. This way, we are able to provide quick, quality service to all of our customers. We serve businesses in all sizes, and we also provide service and supplies for HP printers. Please call us today and let's see how we can help with all your printing and copying needs. Mountain West Business Solutions, a local company with a toll-free number, 866-583-9925.
There's an easy way to get a 10-day free pass to Flex Fitness. Log on to the Evanston sports pages at mylocalradio.com and click on the Flex Fitness logo. This is Mike Gatewood, co-owner of Flex Fitness in Evanston. When you click on the Flex Fitness logo displayed on the Evanston sports pages at mylocalradio.com, we'll give you a 10-day free pass to work out here at Flex Fitness. Log on right now and get your 10-day free pass to Flex Fitness. Click on Flex Fitness on the Evanston sports pages at mylocalradio.com and come check us out.
Tristan Blatt was the last out of the top half, so Jack Schroeder leads it off for Cody, a right-handed hitter against Seth Lloyd in the top of the second. Cody on top, 1-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard, and a ball 1 delivered by Seth Lloyd. Lloyd having a little bit of location issues so far. The first batter he faced, hit out to left field, dropping down the line, and 3 hopping to the wall where Ryan Fisher picks it up. A double by Tristan Blatt to lead off the second. We had a triple to lead off the first inning by Cody Phillips. And going back to the location issues for Seth Lloyd so far, the first batter he faced, it was a ball. He had a first pitch strike to the second batter, ball to the third, ball to the fourth, and ball to the to the fifth. So 4 out of his 5 first pitches have been balls. And it brings up the left-handed hitter, Tyler Grenz. Grenz in the loss yesterday to Casper went 1 for 2 in 2 plate appearances, a single and a line out to second. And make it 5 out of the first 6 batters Seth Lloyd has delivered a ball to on the first pitch. It's 1-0. 1-0 count. Hit down and foul. Out of play down the third base line. For Schroeder, he's a .366 hitter. Getting another hit on the season, number 49 of the year. At the plate, Grenz, a .317 hitter. In an RBI situation, has 39 of those on the season. 2-1 count for Tyler Grenz. Righty on lefty matchup. Look back to second. Lloyd delivers home. Popped up high and out of play down the third base line. Evens the count up at 2 even. Ethan Johnston and Heston Williams waiting in the wings. Heston Williams got the start yesterday for Cody on the mound. Lasted just 2 2/3 innings. Gave up 8 runs on 7 hits. Another pop up down the third base line and out of play. Count stays at 2-2. Reed Gross crouches in behind the batter, gives the call to Lloyd, and Seth comes set. Into the stretch. He delivers home and a swing and a miss. Strikeout. Number 1 of the day for Seth Lloyd. Lloyd certainly can be a strikeout pitcher throughout this year in his now 51 1/3 innings. Has a total of 39 strikeouts on the year as of that one. Brings up the right-handed hitter, Ethan Johnston. Wears number 23. Still in an RBI situation, Ethan Johnston has 32 RBIs on the season. A .421 on-base percentage. 1-0 count. The pitch comes home and make it 2-0. The first pitch strike delivery has not gotten any better since we brought it up. It's been back-to-back first pitch balls for Lloyd. And make him 1 for 7 in that statistical category. Nearly knocks him in the head, does Seth Lloyd, coming home as Johnston has to duck out of the way of the pitch. 3-0 count, 1 out, man on second base, and Schroeder. The pitch home by Lloyd, right down the pipe for a strike. Taking all the way was Ethan Johnston there, is wise to do with 1 out and an open base and a 3-0 count. Bottom third of the order. It's got to be the call down the third baseline by Coach Grenz all the way. On 3-1, what do the Outlaws do? And they go back to second. A high throw back to Brendan Thompson. Thompson was able to move to his left just in time to make the grab and keep it from heading out into center field. Runner is safe and takes another healthy lead at second base. Thompson tailing towards the base, now backs up, the pitch home, a bit inside, popped up, down the second base, first base side, and Brendan Thompson makes the grab over the head basket catch, and there are 2 outs. Runner holds at second in Jack Schroeder, and it brings up Heston Williams. Williams, the number 8 hitter in 126 at-bats this season. He has a .278 average. However, he's good at getting on base. As the old Moneyball line would go, .435 on-base percentage. Just 35 hits, but has earned 29 walks on the season, but is a strikeout victim several times as well. Has been punched out 30 times on the season. The second first pitch strike for Seth Lloyd's day comes against Williams on a breaking ball on the inside edge. 0-1 count with 2 outs. A 1-0 lead by Cody and a man on second, working for the Cubs. The second pitch home by Lloyd is a swing and a miss. Down to 0-2, and after giving up a run after a leadoff triple in the first inning, Seth Lloyd is 1 pitch away from getting out of another runner in scoring position situation here in the second. Still will need a little bit of run support from his from his Outlaws home side on the bottom half. The 0-2 home is outside, and it's 1-2. Elijah Leyva on deck, the pitcher for today's game for Cody. Healthy look back to second, now home on the pitch, swing and a miss, and the strikeout is earned for Seth Lloyd. He gets 2 swing and miss strikeouts in the second inning, and the Outlaws strand 1 runner for the Cody Cubs. Down to the bottom half. Next, Evanston up to the plate when we return on this First Bank presentation of Evanston Baseball on mylocalradio.com and on the airwaves at KNYN.
The best place to stay when you're in Casper, Wyoming is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. This beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, 1 pool, a fitness center, and fabulous indoor atrium. Offering jacuzzi and fireplace suites, the guest rooms are comfortable and relaxing. Plus, every stay includes a delicious extended continental breakfast. Whenever you're in Casper, stay at the best place. Come On In Hotel and Suites. Come on in today. Come On In Hotel and Suites, Casper.
The first school in Evanston opened in 1870 with 8 students. Since the very beginning, excellence in education has been the goal. Dedicated teachers and staff, board members, and community members have focused on student learning. The Uintah County School District No. 1 has graduated many young men and women who have gone on to be successful, productive citizens, parents, and leaders around the world. Our heritage continues today. Uintah County School District No. 1, Pathway to Excellence.
This is the first of 4 games happening today at Ladke Memorial Stadium in Gillette, Wyoming on day 2 of the AA State Wyoming Tournament. Coming up at 1 p.m. after this 10 a.m. game is completed, Jackson will go ahead and take on Rock Springs in a loser-out game. Evanston playing Cody on the east-west side. Laramie, Gillette, and Sheridan-Casper, the winners' games a little bit later on today. Sheridan-Casper at 4 p.m. and Laramie versus Gillette, the nightcap at 7. Leading off the inning for the Evanston Outlaws, the 4-hitter, Ryan Fisher finds himself down 0-1 and takes a ball 1 on the second pitch. Elijah Leva was able to strike out the opening batter that he saw in Reed Gross in the first inning and then got a couple of flyouts to shallow left on both of them to retire the number 2 and 3 hitters, Jagger Mitchell and Seth Lloyd. Makes it 4-5-6 this inning, and it's 2-1 to the number 4 hitter, Ryan Fisher, who takes strike 2 on the outside edge. Fisher, still looking for his bat to come along, was unable to grab a hit in yesterday's game and comes just a little bit below 400 at a .399 average. Wind up by Elijah Leva, and a breaking ball dips too low to put the count full, 3-2. Lloyd was able to strike out 2 batters after, again, giving up a leadoff hit in the top of the second inning, but was able to strand Jack Schroeder this time, unlike Cody Phillips, who came away with the opening salvo of the game. High fly ball foul down the right field line. Keeps the count at full for Fisher. 1-0, bottom half of the second. These the best of 7 innings. Used to be 9-inning games at the AA State Tournament, and then last year, all games were moved to 7. Hit up the middle, and a single for Ryan Fisher. There's his opening hit of the 2019 State Tournament, and it's a good one. A leadoff trailing by 1 to the Cody Cubs in the bottom of the second. Gus Allred throws right and throws left and bats left as well. The only lefty all the way around on the Evanston Outlaws roster. Chris Perriman, he's a righty-righty. Casey Perriman, his younger brother, throws left, bats right, and Seth Lloyd on the mound throws right and bats left. First pitch is outside for a ball 1. Decent speed at first base by Ryan Fisher. Allred a .344 hitter. And takes outside corner, strike 1. Leva not afraid to come after the hitters today. Some discussion about the on-deck circle of the Evanston Outlaws side as Chris Perriman had a ball in his hand, and I think it was told to go ahead and toss that down to the dugout so that there was no chance of a second ball entering the field of play. Low ball 2 for Leva thrown. We've talked about the all-turf field a little bit throughout this tournament. And you see this quite a bit at the college level as well. Certainly allows for a more all-season availability of play, especially in Wyoming. Inside corner, but called for a strike. Ball appeared to be encroaching in on the batter's box, but that was where the catcher hit it, so it could have had very good movement, crossing just the corner of the plate at the front side of it. Puts the count at 2-2. If that's the case, Leva's got a good little slider or cutter inside action going. Count at 2-2 after the throw over to first. Fisher is safe. Leva into the set position. Off the stretch, the pitch is a fastball. Chopped to a ground ball down to shortstop. The play to second is in time. No time for a throw, however. So a fielder's choice retires Fisher, and Allred exchanges positions on first base with 1 gone. Chris Perriman went 0-4 yesterday, struck out in his first at-bat, chasing, as so many Outlaws did yesterday, the pitches of Jacob Boynt. In all, 7 Outlaws were strikeout victims of Boynt, and the only hitters who did not strike out were the 1, 2, and 3 batters. First pitch strike taken by Perriman. Leva again attacking the hitters. 1-0 the score. Outlaws trailing, but with a man on and 1 out in the bottom of the second. The second pitch off the stretch. Popped up high, out of play down the first base side. It's going back to that all-turf field on the infield for Gillette here. One thing is we were talking to Ian Fisher, former Outlaw and Division II college pitcher at the University of Mary, said, you see these all the time at the college level. Hit down the shortstop side. A great grab made on the liner by Tyler Grenz. And diving back in safely to avoid a double off is Gus Allred. Brings up Brendan Thompson, the right-handed hitter, and number 7 man in the order for the Evanston Outlaws. But what Ian Fisher said is that a lot of times you see the mound is dirt and the rest is turf. This is an all-turf, including that mound for Gillette. Maybe just a little something to get used to for a couple of teams like Evanston and Cody that don't see it too often. A pass ball on the first pitch gets Allred down safely to second. Sliding foot first. He bobbles a little bit as he tries to jump back up on his right foot, but is able to stay on the bag. And with 2 outs, Thompson needs a single to maybe take a lead. 1-0, trying to tie it up here. Pitch outside. And it's 2-0. Open base for Leyva to work with Casey Perriman and Jordan Schneider on deck and in the hole. 2 hitters for the Evanston Outlaws, which have been ice cold in the month of July for Evanston. Foul behind him and out of play for Thompson, puts the count at 2-1. Leyva into the set position. Good lead at second base by Allred. And Thompson gets plunked. Leyva loses the location. And there's men on first and second. Casey Perriman in an RBI situation with 2 outs, bottom of the second inning for the Evanston Outlaws. And we mentioned he's been ice cold in the month of July. A .282 hitter this month, which on 39 at-bats, 11 hits, has been a little better at the beginning than it has been at the back half. Particularly in the last 10 games, he's been hitting in the low 200s to high 100s. On the season, he's .261. No bigger situation, though, this year. The first pitch, swung on and fouled up, out of play. Jordan Schneider taking his hacks in the on-deck circle. Schneider, a .114 hitter on the season. Leyva into the set position. The pitch. Popped up high and out of play again. Both pitches. Casey Perriman has been under, and he's been hacking at. He's frustrated after that second miss. Slapped the baseball bat down onto the home plate. Looked back and muttered a few words. Back into the batter's box on 0-2. 2 outs. Leyva with the pitch. Swing and a miss, and the inning is over. The Outlaws strand 2 runners and head into the top of the third. Cody leading 1-0. 2 hits to 1 hits on the scoreline. This is a First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNY and 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
The steel fabrication shop at Ellingford Brothers is available for large and small projects alike. We work with individuals, the public is always welcome, and contractors. We design and build one-of-a-kind projects, plus we fabricate loose parts and heavy equipment, and customize Ford and Dodge pickup truck front bumpers, plus equipment including hitches, trailers, and more. Serving customers since 1936, Ellingford Brothers is reliable, honest, and offers competitive pricing. Call today, 307-789-1515. The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds, plus online streaming music, giveaways, and more. It's all on mylocalradio.com. Watch as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches. Catch up on local and regional news and stream your favorite music. Visit mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook and stream it all live.
Lack of self-control. My desperation's overload.
Third inning starts with the number 9-1-2 hitters up for Cody and a strike one taken by Elijah Leyva. As we mentioned, Jordan Schneider in the number 9 spot. He will lead off the top of the third for the Evanston Outlaws, a 114 hitter on the season. Leyva hitting above 300 in the 9 spot throughout the year, though he is down 0-2 in the count. Leyva steps into the box, and the always quick-working Seth Lloyd back with pitch number 3 out of the windup. Misses outside for a 1-2. Leyva through 180 at-bats is hitting .339 pretty darn well. That's almost middle of the order average for the Evanston Outlaws on the year. Cody playing at the single-A, and if you look at Evanston's single-A stats, they're significantly higher than when you get into the double-A or Utah statistics. So you have to consider and adjust for that skewing. But nonetheless, the Cody hitters 1 through 9 are all capable of getting on base at a high clip. The 1-2 after a foul ball. Slap ground ball down to short. Mitchell fires it sidearm down the line and into the glove of Gus Allred for the first out. 1 up, 1 down in the third inning for the Cody Cubs. Turns the lineup over to Phillips, who led the game off with a triple. Phillips had a full at-bat prior to that triple. He had a full count and knocked it down the right field side on a 6th pitch. Gaps this one just over the glove of shortstop Jagger Mitchell for a single. Thought it may be heading deeper off the bat, but it looped a little bit more than initially seen from my vantage point. 1 out single by Phillips, and he's got a quick 2-for-2 start. Devin Engdahl is up. He walked and was put out on his way to second in his first at-bat. Small lead at first base, and the first pitch is a strike called against Engdahl. Seth Lloyd's thrown out his fair share of would-be base stealers or base runners over his line, and he caught Engdahl with a foot leaning towards second and picked him off trying to get back to first back in that opening inning. Miss on the second pitch by Seth Lloyd, and the count sits at 1-1. Mitchell's shading just a little bit to the left of second base, now moving back into that shortstop position. Any chance of a base steal, and Mitchell's ready to cover the base against the left-handed hitting Engdahl. That opens up the sight lines a little bit for Reed Gross behind the plate, who threw out 2 base runners in yesterday's loss. On the 2-1, it's fouled out of play to even it up. Well, again, 1 out, so certainly a good potential on 2-2 for maybe a hit and run here. Probably takes out the straight steal with 2 strikes. The pitch, runner stays, and just a hair high fills it up at 3-2. Allred holding tight to the bag. Good lead at first by Phillips. The pitch from Lloyd home to Engdahl and stays alive on full with a foul out of play. 1 man on and 1 run in on 3 hits for the Cody Cubs, leading the Evanston Outlaws by a skinny point. The pitch, runner goes, hit up towards third base. Schneider makes the grab, the throw back to first, and Allred is caught off the base. Did he touch back on? He did. P5, 5-3, double play to end the inning. And a little bit of momentum may be brewing for the Evanston Outlaws, trailing by 1 run as we head to the home half of the third next on this First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on MyLocalRadio.com.
There is no job too small or too big. You'll find what you need at the Lumberyard in Evanston. We carry over 25,000 products under one roof. If we don't have it, we can order everything you need to finish every project, large or small. The Lumberyard also delivers. Make sure you always check the Lumberyard first. Excellent prices, great customer service, and quality products. Now you can even shop online at thelumberyard.com. The Lumberyard, 400 Front Street in Evanston.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Franklin. Something I've really enjoyed as a dentist over the past 20 years are the lasting friendships that I've formed with many of my patients. My staff is really great, and we try hard to make sure that every patient feels a warm welcome. It doesn't matter if it's your first visit or if you've been with us for years. Every Every patient is welcome and always appreciated. Our goal is to provide the best dental care possible at reasonable rates. Please call us today to schedule your appointment at 307-789-8910.
Go Red Devils!
Elijah Leyva back onto the mound for a third inning of work, and he will do so against the number 9 hitter, Jordan Schneider. On the year, as we mentioned, Jordan Schneider with less than 10 hits on the season through 88 plate appearances, 6 singles and 2 doubles for a 114 clip, a 284 on-base percentage. 9-1-2 due up in the order, and a foul ball on the first pitch by Schneider puts the count at 0-1. Reed Gross struck out his first time, looking to do better. In his second plate appearance, he's on deck. The second pitch from Leyva. Again, hit up high. This time in play, though. Down the third base side in foul territory. Left fielder comes in to make the play, and Tristan Blatt. And out number 1 is converted. 1-0. Cody on top of Evanston on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard, brought to you by Justin Dennis. Reed Gross, a righty, followed by the right-handed hitting Jagger Mitchell. First pitch from Leyva. Comes in close to Gross. He backs out of the way, and it's 1-0. Thought for a second it may have grazed the belly of Gross, but he stands pat, no signal from the umpire, so he must have gotten out of the way. Second pitch, hit hard, liner down the left field side, but foul. Gross back into the batting box on the right-hand side. Leyva holding the ball into the glove, and the wind. Knocked down, grounder to short. Well gloved out there by Grenz, and the throw to first in time by a step or two. And 2 are retired. 1, 2, 3 have been retired by the Cody Cubs in the first inning and trying to do so again in the third. 5 Outlaws came to bat in the second inning, and 2 were stranded. Gus Allred left at second, and Brendan Thompson at first after getting hit. Seth Lloyd to the on-deck circle as Jagger takes his practice swings. Mitchell, a hot hitter in the month of July, .425. 17 hits and 40 at-bats. First pitch he sees, takes it foul on a line drive down the left field side. Missed about 1.5 feet to the left of that white chalk line. Here at Ladke Memorial, it's .320 to the both sides, left and right, on the foul poles, 400 to dead center. .379, a little crease gap at left center, and over in right center, .376. Almost no breeze again in the morning contest. The American flag at dead center field, almost at a standstill. The pitch on 0-1, a breaking ball. Ground ball to shortstop. Again, well gloved by Grenz, and a perfect throw to first. 1, 2, 3 go the Outlaws. This game's moving quick so far, not to the Outlaws pleasing. On to the top of the fourth next. Cody on top, 1-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. And this is a First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball.
When you look good, it helps you to feel good. When you look good, it changes the way others see you and the way you feel about you. To help you look your best, Joe's Modern Cleaners in Evanston offers dry cleaning services. Shirts and slacks and dresses last longer when they are dry cleaned. The colors stay vibrant longer. You will feel your best when you know you look your best. And you will look your best when you have the professionals at Joe's Modern Cleaners dry clean your apparel. Joe's Modern Cleaners, 624 West Cheyenne Drive in the Frontier Square. Take all your clothes to Joe's.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
Seth Lloyd out for a fourth inning of work, is giving up 1 run, and that came by way of a lead-off triple to start the game off. Cody Phillips scoring, and he's 2 for 2 on the day. The first pitch is outside to the number 3 hitter in the batting order, Jared Grenz. Grenz is 0 for 1. Well, actually, no, he's not. He had a sacrifice fly that drove in Phillips. A deep fly ball out to center field, and a Willie Mays catch. And a little celebration afterwards by Chris Perriman. On his run, stretched his left hand out and snow-coned it just in front of the warning track. And 1 out is retired by the Cody Cubs by way of Chris Perriman out in center field for the Evanston Outlaws. You need a play like that to avoid yet another leadoff knock for Cody. First pitch ball delivered to Tristan Blatt. Blatt flew out to center his first time up. Takes strike 1. Blatt with 12 home runs on the season for Cody. Big cut there and misses. Down 1-2. Go with that, a .507 batting average, 7 triples, 15 doubles, and 36 singles. Righty on righty, the 1-2. Knocked up the middle and right where no one can get to it. In between Mitchell and Thompson, a 1-out single for Blatt. Ups his average just that bit. Puts him 1 for 2 on the day. Top of the 4th inning, 1-0 score, 4 hits for Cody to 1 for Evanston. Puts Jack Schroeder, who led off the 2nd inning, with a double at the bat. First pitch is outside corner, just a bit off, a ball. Schroeder with a .500 on-base percentage. Drawn 28 walks over the season. Goes along with 49 hits. Throw back to first, and runner in safely, diving head first. Wind picking up just a little bit. Nothing to concern about, if anything, a nice breeze. Swing and a miss. Puts the count at 1-1. Temperature at first pitch was 72 and muggy. And the cloud cover still heavy, but it's brightened up a little bit with a hint of sun. Thunderstorms projected for later on today. So Evanston and Cody lucky to get the early game. The pitch is outside, and it's 2-1. Back pick down to first, runner's safe. Tristan Blatt standing on base after the single. 2-1, looped out to center field. Perriman on his horse and makes the grab for the 2nd out. Throws back to first, a 1-hopper to Allred. Blatt's in safely. The Outlaws ended last inning with a L5, P5, 5-3 putout. Jordan Schneider grabbed a little looping ball that lead runner thought was going to be heading to the outfield. So he took off and then was thrown out. Cody Phillips was that runner. Opposite field ground ball, scoots past the shortstop of Mitchell for a 2-out single. Puts runners on first and second base for Cody with a 1-run lead. And that 2-out hit by Tyler Grenz brings up Ethan Johnston. Johnston 0 for 1. Right-handed hitter. Did not play in yesterday's game. He's playing second base today. Yesterday that was manned by Elijah Leyva, who's on the mound for Cody. First pitch, fly ball out into right field. In foul territory, it just falls for a foul ball, and maybe by an inch or two. In between Gus Allred and Casey Perriman, neither one had it. Could have scored 2 runs with the way the base runners were taking off. Had it hit on the line. Already saw 1 ball hit on that right field foul line for a fair ball. Oh, 1 count with 2 outs. The pitch to Johnston. Inside, make it 2-1. Or rather 1-1. Heston Williams on deck and Elijah Leyva in the 9 spot in the hole. Should it get that far? There are 2 outs. The pitch from Lloyd home. Down to second base. No chance for Thompson. Into center. Perriman picks it up. Runner coming home. It is 2-0 Cody. Shot by a hair. The throw down to third. Runners advancing. Safe all the way around. RBI single and on to second on the throw there. For Ethan Johnston continues the inning and brings up Heston Williams 2-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. A good throw by Perriman, a little bit to the right of the plate though. Still a close dive on a tag attempt by the catcher, Reed Gross, trying to knock out Tristan Blatt. Blatt hit the plate with his right hand a little early, though. 2-0 the score, still 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Williams at the plate. Takes ball 1, outside corner. Williams, a .278 hitter. Struck out to end the second inning. Pitches a strike on a fastball. Lloyd into the set position. Comes home and goes behind the back of Williams. Puts the count at 2-1. Lloyd trying to work his way out of this 4th inning. The pitch is high for a ball. 3-1 has been worked by Williams. We mentioned earlier he has 29 walks on the season, so despite the .278 average, a .435 on-base percentage. And a walk on 3-1 loads the bases up. That puts Elijah Leyva in an RBI situation to help his own case. And Leyva, a .330+ hitter in the 9 spot this season. Took a couple of years off after playing, I think, senior Babe Ruth in Worland. Moved to Cody as a junior. Takes strike 1. Leyva down 0-1. The pitch from Lloyd is off for a ball. 1-1 count to Leyva. Bases loaded, 2-0 lead. This could break it open for Cody on an elimination game. Slaps it. 2-hopper into the glove of Mitchell. The throw to first leaves the bases loaded. And we head to the bottom of the 4th inning, although another run has been tallied by the Cody Cubs, and they lead it 2-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Home half of the 4th next on this First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNY and 99.1 and online at mylocalradio.com.
We know that when you think of Plains Tire in Evanston, you always think
the Tire Professionals.
Quality customer service. They're friendly with great prices.
I really like Plains Tire in Evanston.
But did you also know that the team at Plains Tire offers oil changes, windshield wiper checks, and free alignment checks? That's right, free alignment checks. We don't want you to quit thinking all those great things when you hear Plains Tire. We just want you to add to the list. Plains Tire, the tire professionals. Stop in today, 157 Bear River Drive.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
What meets the eye, defeat me mentally. I like to see you try. Back on backpack flows and pack shows in the back rows with black fist picks and afros.
Elijah Leyva on the mound has allowed just 1 hit so far in 3 innings of work and will lead off against Seth Lloyd here in the bottom of the 4th. 2-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard for the Evanston Outlaws, trailing by 1. And we teased that we would have Bo Lloyd in the third inning. Well, as the third inning came and passed, I realized, wait, we never had Bo come up. And I think he's down there watching his brother Seth play. But we had Ian Fisher come and join us up here. So for a second straight day, Ian, how you doing?
Doing well, doing well. A lot better today.
Former Evanston Outlaw. You've been in this situation before where team's down and you can't seem to get a hold of the ball. Elimination day at state. I think you pitched. Your final Legion game was on an elimination day against Gillette, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
In Jackson, 2016. Would have been 2016, I think.
2016.
Yeah, the year you came back from you came back from Nebraska that year. You came back after your freshman year at the JUCO. Was that Western Nebraska, I believe?
Yes.
Big hit by Seth Lloyd out to right field. Has everyone looking back and to the wall. One hop over it, a ground rule double. And Seth Lloyd just missed his 5th home run of the season by that much. Nonetheless, open base and a leadoff double, just what the Outlaws need, down 2-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. How many home runs do you have your last year? Was it not your last year? I guess I don't think you had any. Maybe one.
I didn't hit any last year.
Second to last year, you had
7.
7, I think. Yeah. First pitch of the year, you knocked it out. I'll talk a little bit about your hitting now because you appreciated that yesterday. Apparently, people don't believe where you've been at that you actually could hit back in the day.
Oh, it was questionable, but we did it.
Brings up Ryan Fisher, cleanup hitter. Fisher had his first hit of the state tournament in his opening at bat, and he is the only other man to reach base other than Lloyd by way of a hit. Up 2-0 on the count. 3-4-5 for the inning for the Evanston Outlaws. And those 3-4-5 hitters, heart of the order, hopefully for Evanston, ready to mount a comeback. And Fisher showing some patience on the plate. 3-0 count. And a mound visit by the first baseman, Heston Williams. Now, Heston was the pitcher for yesterday's game, and he had a rough go of it against the Casper Oilers. 2 2/3 innings, gave up 7 hits, and allowed 8 runs. Hayden Bronnenberg was the relief man, came in and finished out the game in 6 innings. In the loss to get Cody into this game where they lead 2-0, a 3-0 count, and Leyva on the set. Fisher taking all the way and strike 1. How often would you get the green light on 3-0?
Never.
Never, right?
Never a green light.
Never. Did you ever swing without it?
No, I wanted it, but.
The 3-1 is outside, and Ryan Fisher earns the walk, and that right there is a good example of why you never do get that green light, because 5 pitches, you get the free base.
More often than not, that is how the 3-0 count works, because a 4-pitch walk is a bad sign, but if you can get that strike over, you're good.
We have Ian Fisher with us. Older brother of Ryan Fisher. What are you, 4 years older than Ryan?
Yes.
Is that right? Yeah. And so you sort of you were both in the Legion program at the same time, but he was mostly a B player your last year, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I don't think he ever, I don't remember him coming up maybe more than one time when they needed to fill out a uniform maybe. There were some of those tournaments where you had basketball camps and all hands were on deck maybe. But other than that, you never really played with him, did you?
No.
He was a different shape then, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. He was more round. It's more of a line now.
From an O to an I.
You know, I don't know how he did it, but he pulled it off, so.
He's going off to Washington to play baseball. What's the name of that school again?
Olympic College.
Olympic College, yeah. Just outside of Seattle, isn't it? You got to take a little ferry to get there. 2-year school as a pitcher. Gus Allred pops one up high to left field on the first pitch he sees. And out to Tristan Blatt. And out number 1 is recorded. Maybe a bit of a momentum killer for the moment, but Chris Perriman up to the plate. Perriman up after his first at-bat, went for a strikeout on 3 pitches. Oh, excuse me, that was Casey Perriman. It was a line out to short in his first at-bat. Got to look for the D Perriman in the game changer. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. What's the origin of that nickname? Is that just what his mother's called him?
I have no clue where Durf came from, but it's just how it works.
I mean, I've heard his mom call him that for as long as he's been with the Outlaws. Throw back to second and a good swipe by Ethan Johnston, but Lloyd is in safe head first. 2-0 the score, 6-2 the hit differential. Cody leading Evanston on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Bottom of the fourth, this is the best opportunity for the Outlaws offense thus far. And a foul tip into the glove of the catcher Engdahl is strike 2 for Perriman. 0-2. And Leyva with 1 out. Looks back to second, then to home, second again, and the pitch. Pop up and a lazy one to right field. Out number 2 is into the glove of Cody Phillips. Inning started off great. Brendan Thompson to the plate. Last hope in the inning for Evanston. At this situation, you almost think you need in a single here because what's the momentum go for the Outlaws dugout if you get 2 men on and then this happens and you get 3 men out and you go back into the dugout?
I mean, preferably you want to try and get a single here, but I mean, if this doesn't end up working out, this is now 2 innings in a row, scoring position. You're feeling confident. You're getting them out there. You're just not finding a way to get them in. So
it's not a killer that you weren't able to capitalize.
No, it's going to hurt, but it's not going to be a killer this time around.
0-1 from Leyva, and Thompson takes it. He was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. There's some guys who the ball seems to gravitate toward, and at times Brendan Thompson is that. Back in your day, it was Griffin Mitchell.
And old Tucker Leland.
And Tucker. Well, we won't get into that one. Sometimes he gravitated the ball toward him. Protection swing by Thompson to the mound and a foul ball called. Is that off the hand of Thompson? He's shaking his right hand, and I think it might be. It maybe got a bit of skin there. Thompson started to go and then went to hold up, but the ball hit off, I think, the tape of that bat. Counts at 1-2. Thompson back into the box. Time called for Thompson. I don't think he's ready yet. And Thompson's going to take a walk down to third. This ever happened to you, Ian?
No, thankfully not.
Never had a finger crushed by a baseball and a bat?
Nope, never hit my foot. I was a lucky one.
You didn't happen to be here last night, did you, with the Rock Springs Gillette game?
I did not.
Oh, man. 1 out away from a shutout win for the Rock Springs Sand Puppies against Gillette. And a man on third with 2 outs and a single. Ended up putting it into extra innings. So close to a night 1 upset. This, though, a true double elimination tournament. So until you're out, you're not out of state contention. Both these teams, Cody and Evanston, still in it for the state title. But you need to win today, and you need to win every other game if you've already got that day 1 loss. Count is at 1-2 after a hefty swing and miss by Thompson. Runners on first and second. What's the pitch here, Ian?
Curveball.
Goes outside. And that was?
Curveball.
There you go. 2-2. 2 outs, 2 men on. Bottom of the fourth.
Now, the college choice of pitch here is going to be a curveball again, but they were probably going to go with a fastball outside and just try and catch him on the corner.
Here's the pitch. Fastball, outside corner, and a ball. All right, you're 2 for 2. Do you want to go for the trifecta here, Ian?
Oh, full counts are really weird because, right now, 2 outs, you got a base open. It's not going to hurt to walk, so you're not trying to seam this one in and give up a run.
Uh-huh.
But at the same time, you do want to get out of this at some point. So this is probably going to be a fastball. They're just going to try and burn it inside.
Fastball inside, hit out over the shortstop glove of Tyler Grins. 1 run is in. Seth Lloyd scores at third base. The runner is safe. And an RBI single and a call of a fastball inside by Ian Fisher. Joining me Maybe if you said it just loud enough, Thompson was able to hear it. And he ripped it just over the glove of Grenz, 2-1 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. 3 for 3, and nice job. I'm not going to ask you to call early in the count, but I may pull you back a little bit later if we get into a situation like that. Nicely done.
Thank you. I do what I can.
I mean, you spent enough years pitching.
But you can see the Outlaws hitters have made an adjustment. They're scooted up a little bit in the box, trying to take that curveball away, catch it earlier in the break. So they're all probably just sitting fastball right now because they can catch that curveball. There's another one.
Gus Allred has just tied the game up. Excuse me. There. That's not Gus, is it? That's Casey Perriman. One pitch, opposite field, ground ball in between the hole of first and second base. RBI single. Got caught up with the analysis there. Casey Perriman ties it up. Jordan Schneider at the plate. And Jordan 0 for 1 today. Pass ball. Keeps the runners at first and second. Thompson at second and Perriman at first. And that's just the hit Casey Perriman's needed for a long time. He started off a great season. It's been a rough while for him, particularly the last couple of weeks. Schneider takes a second pitch, a ball. And it wasn't too much, just a dribbler opposite field. Sometimes that's what you need, Ian.
Just got to find the hole, you know. Sometimes you go dry at the plate, and you just got to find a way to get on base one time, and everything opens back up.
A little bit late, a little bit weak on the hit than what he may have planned, but it worked out, and it just tied the game. And Elijah Leyva having a second mound visit of the inning. The first one was by first baseman Heston Williams. This one by Tyler Grenz. No official mound visits yet by the coaching staff. 3 hits by the Outlaws in the inning. 2 men have scored. The pitch to Schneider. He swings and misses. All of those runs, too, coming by way of 2-out singles. Been clutch hitting for Evanston on an elimination day to try to move on to play on Sunday. Should we get there, we will be broadcasting online only when the Outlaws play. Chop down to shortstop. Grenz gloves it. The throw down, a good stretch by Williams. Did the splits, but was able to get the third out. 2-2 the score. It's been tied up on this First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1 FM, online at mylocalradio.com.
For over 10 years, the professional and friendly staff at Mountain West Business Solutions has been serving customers in Wyoming and Utah. Our professional technicians live and work in communities across both states. This way, we are able to provide quick, quality service to all of our customers. We serve businesses in all sizes, and we also provide service and supplies for HP printers. Please call us today and let's see how we can help with all your printing and copying needs. Mountain West Business Solutions, a local company with a toll-free number, 866-583-9925.
Early Oregon-bound immigrants traveled through the Bear Lake Valley. U.S. Highway 30 basically follows the Oregon Trail. Many wagon trains stopped at Thomas L. Pegleg Smith Trading Post, located near Dingle, Idaho, for supplies. One traveler wrote of camping along Cotton Line Bear River, watching grass as tall as a man wave in the wind. Today, you don't have to ride in a wagon to visit Bear Lake Valley, but the rich history is still here to enjoy. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Seth Lloyd's been looking for a little bit of run support and got it there. 2 runs. He was the first man to touch home plate. Ryan Fisher the second in that 4th inning. As we move on to the top of the 5th, a brand new baseball game. 2-2 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. 6 hits for Cody, 4 for the Evanston Outlaws. Jake Hibbert on mylocalradio.com. Joined alongside former Evanston Outlaw and former University of Mary Marauder, Ian Fisher. And Ian, what'd you see out of the Outlaws as they got that 4th inning strung together?
You know, they had a good response to that one run. Knew they had to start it up eventually.
Cody Phillips leads off, and he has been a tear for the Cubs so far. 2 for 2 in his plate appearances, a triple and a single. His first hit over the head of Casey Perriman, and just an absolute race by Phillips as he knocked it into a gap. Takes ball 1. The first pitch strikes for Seth Lloyd early on in the game were pretty bad. He missed 7 of the first 8, but he's tried to rein it in a little bit since then, and he's down 2-0 to start off this 5th inning. 1 run for Cody by way of a Cody Phillips score in the first inning and one more run in the fourth inning. 2 runs in the bottom half of the fourth for Evanston. You've got a drop ball here, Ian, and there's been talk of it not maybe in the major leagues at some point, but I think it's the Atlantic League or something like that. Any drop ball in play now, a runner can take off in the second half of the season and try to make a base run. So you get a pass ball, a wild pitch, drop ball like that. You can try to make your way to first. Would you have ever done that? Would you have gone for that?
Oh, are you kidding me? I didn't hit for power. Of course I would have tried.
Slap down to second base, one hopper into the glove of Brendan Thompson, and a throw to Gus Allred at first. One runner is retired for the Evanston Outlaws, and they just about completed the around the horn. A little trouble in the exchange by Jordan Schneider. That around the horn's a killer sometimes.
You know, if you got to get your arrows out in that, it's okay. Get her done there.
Left-handed hitter up to the plate for Cody. Devin Engdahl. Knockout to center field. Perriman backs up on it. Succeeds a single. One gone, and Devin Engdahl on base with his first hit of the day. Walked back in the first, was a double play victim back in the third. Brings up the right-handed hitter, rather. Jared Grenz. Grenz on the season, a .413 average. Has 11 home runs as well, so watch for power. High pop-up. May stay in the infield. Brendan Thompson backing up on it. Makes the grab. 2 are retired. A little bit more pep in the Outlaws' step, Ian.
You know, this is a big inning for them. Once you put your runs up as an offense, you really want to go 1, 2, 3, or at least put a 0 up in the next inning so you can keep that going. And, you know, at the moment it looks like they're going to get that done, but got to finish this inning out now.
And you've retired so far the 1 and 3 hitters. Brings up the number 4 man, Tristan Blatt. He has a single and a run scored. Hard hit ground ball down to third base. Schneider needs a good throw just in time. Got him by half a step. The Outlaws retire 3 through 4 batters onto the bottom half of the 5th. Next, 2-2 to score on the Impact Physical Therapy Board. And this is a First Bank presentation of exclusive Outlaws coverage on MyLocalRadio.com.
Does your time at the dental office feel like this? Or like this? At Bear River Dental, we do everything we can to help your time at the dental office feel more like this. Call Bear River Dental today at 307-789-5608 to have a dental experience like this. That's Bear River Dental at 307-789-5608. We'll treat you well.
If you're a person who enjoys comfort, affordability, and history, make sure you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn the next time you're in Evanston, Wyoming. In 1957, retired FBI agent Jack Dub Mills purchased the 17-unit motel referred to as the Oasis of the West that was frequented by stars like Dolly Parton and Tanya Tucker. Today, when you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, you'll enjoy the history while you relax in one of the 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres. Best Western Dunmar Inn. Reserve your rooms today, 307-789-3770.
Bedroom on a poster. I bet she know what's up when I approach her. Boyfriend came in last place. We up in the sky like a vulture.
Elijah Leyva. He stays out onto the mound as well. It's a pitcher's duel as for the second time in as many seasons we see Seth Lloyd and Elijah Leyva squaring off. They went toe-to-toe back in the basketball season. That was on a Thursday night in Cody, Wyoming on day 1 of the 4A West Regional Tournament. Evanston was able to pull off a close one. Leyva, the leading scorer in the state of Wyoming last year in basketball, and coming back to play baseball this year, proved to be a pretty good pitcher. Leading off for the Evanston Outlaws, Reed Gross, trying to get his swing working for Evanston. He's 0 for 2 today. What have you seen, Ian, as we're joined by former Outlaw Ian Fisher, out of the repertoire for Elijah Leyva as a pitcher?
Really good fastball command. Attacks hitters a lot. You know, that one inning just got away from him, but I mean, he's been really solid. He's got a good little curveball slider looking pitch, and then he's got a really good changeup too.
So he's been working 3 pitches that you've seen?
Yes.
2-0 count and make it 3-0. Reed Gross being patient in the box. Jagger Mitchell and Seth Lloyd on deck and in the hole. Seth Lloyd led off last inning and got a single to score, and a leadoff walk drawn by Reed Gross. Do you see the momentum shift in full swing, Ian?
Not quite yet, but it is. You can see the confidence in the Outlaws hitters in the box a lot better. Kind of saw the body language there, getting away from the pitcher.
leadoff walk given up by Leyva brings manager Grenz out. And let's see, is Bart going to take the ball? He does. That's it for Elijah Leyva. His day is done. Leaves one base runner on, so the book not completely closed. Goes 4 innings complete, makes it 4 pitches into the 5th inning. And he will be replaced on the scorecard by number 5, and I think that's Max Williams heading to the outfield. New pitcher. Waiting to see a number on that. A lot of times when they go through their follow-through, they can come back and see some sort of number. Maybe if he takes a turn back. 18, I think. That'd be Tristan Blatt if it is. And Tristan Blatt was in left field and had Max Williams going to the outfield, so that would make sense. Tristan Blatt, the new pitcher, and let's run through the line for Tristan Blatt on the mound so far, if I can pull that up. 31 1/3 innings, 2.46 ERA, a 1.053 whip. 14 games he has appeared in, has 4 games started, a 2-2 record, has 5 saves and 1 blown save. He is the go-to closing pitcher for Cody on the year with those 6 save opportunities. Has allowed 18 runs, 11 of which have been earned, given up 26 hits. And how about this for a walk-to-strikeout ratio? 36 strikeouts, 6 walks, Ian.
Well, that's what you want, you know. Be prepared to hit here. He's got a good high arm action, going to have a downhill fastball.
Taking his warm-up throws right now. So Blatt stays into the game. Leyva is out. And Max Williams listed on Game Changer as Maximus Williams. Now, if you were named Maximus, would you go by the shortened version or the full?
I'd probably go short.
Yeah.
Maximus is just a mouthful, you know.
Yes, it is. Williams will hit 9th. Brings up Jagger Mitchell. Reed Gross standing on first base. Jagger 0 for 2 on the day. Fastball, strike 1. Did you see mostly fastball? What did you say you saw when he was warming up?
Fastball, and I saw like one curveball slider looking pitch. Hard to tell from this angle.
Runner at first on his way to second. A hit and run situation. Pops him up down the second base line. The catch is made, and Gross diving in safely back to first. Ethan Johnston with the out. A dangerous hit and run and just a miss there by Jagger Mitchell. The Cody Cubs had an inning end on a similar situation a couple of innings ago. Brings up Seth Lloyd, and he just missed a home run on his last at-bat with a ground rule double. Hopped it over the fence, and it's a decent-sized fence. I don't know if we're looking at 10 feet, but probably close to that all the way around here into the right center gap. I think if he would have pulled it, it would have been over by quite a while. So we're looking at about 376 to the right center gap and 320 to pull. Outside fastball. Counts at 1-0. Taken by Lloyd. 1 out. Gross taking his lead at first. The pitch. Fastball again. Finds the gap between first and second. Gross being waved on to third. The throw is not in time. Seth Lloyd on his way to second. Needs to get down. Covers the base and slides to the right just at the perfect angle. Everyone's safe. Runners at second and third with an out. And Ryan Fisher back to the plate. What'd you see there, Ian? Fastball, and Seth Lloyd was looking dead red all the way.
Left a fastball up with that arm angle. If he leaves it up, it's going to come in nice and flat. Just got a good piece of it, pulled it over.
And what happens with that overhand angle of a fastball that if you leave it up, it comes in like that makes it so juicy for a hitter to go at?
So basically over top like that, you're not going to have as much movement as they walk Ryan Fisher here.
Hey, the old intentional walk, that might be the first ever 4 fingers up for an Evanston Outlaw. Ever since the rule change, what was that, 3 years ago?
Yeah.
And Evanston plays under American Legion laws, which, when in doubt, go to the Major League rule book. So when the intentional walk was pulled out, maybe the first ever. I can't recall any others, but I haven't covered every game for the Outlaws over the last 2 years. Nonetheless, bases loaded. You never got the 4 fingers.
No, I didn't hit it that hard to get 4 fingers.
I think you did your senior year coming out of high school, but that was before the rule was in place, and no one was going to do the old have the catcher stand out and do the 4 pitches. They'd just pitch away from you. The delivery from Blatt, hit to center. It's a single. Runner going halfway, now coming home. Everyone's safe station to station. And Reed Gross, by way of the RBI of Gus Allred, has given the Outlaws a 3-2 lead. Bases stay loaded. 1 out. Gross high fives all the way around as he comes home to the dugout. Still has the batting helmet on. That 1 out was Jagger Mitchell, so Seth Lloyd standing on third base. The pitch to Perriman, that being Chris. Hot hit out of play down the first base side. Do you give any thought to a suicide squeeze here, Ian?
Not with the way you're rolling right now.
Pop up out of play, now down 0-2.
Yeah, bases juiced, 1 out. Got a new arm on there, just put a run up.
All right.
Just let the kids play.
I said I'd come back to you. It's 0-2, 1 out, bases loaded. The pitch is?
I'm not even going to guess this one.
Yeah, it's a strikeout is what it is. Drop third strike, and Perriman's out number 2. Perriman has an occupied first base, so he's automatically out with less than 2 outs. We got Kendall Cummings into the on-deck circle, and so that was the guy, not Casey Perriman. That was my mistake. I got mixed up with that number 6 jersey. I gave Casey Perriman credit for that RBI. That was Kendall Cummings' last inning. That was my mistake. In for Perriman. So, take it back. That wasn't the hit Casey Perriman needed. We were all on board with that, Ian.
Man. I mean, Kendall's been hitting well, too, though. So
he's 1 for 1 in the tournament. Apologies to that mix-up. Kendall Cummings on deck. Brendan Thompson at the plate. And another single with the bases loaded. 1 run comes around, and Seth Lloyd gives the Outlaws a 4-2 lead. And the hit differential is at dead even, 7 apiece. That's a lot like the last hit. Brendan Thompson had a little different location.
Sir.
He went short the first time, second base this time, but the same situation. Bloop into the outfield. That's the undefendable hit. Kendall Cummings at the bat. Bases still loaded. Goes down the second base side. Gloved and thrown by Johnston to first. The inning ends, but the Outlaws have a 4-2 lead. On to the top of the 6th next. 4 runs in 2 innings by the Evanston Outlaws. And this is a First Bank presentation of Evanston Baseball on KNY and 99.1 and online at mylocalradio.com.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Superior Rental is Evanston's only full-service rental equipment store. We have what you need to get the job done. Backhoes, trenchers, excavators, air compressors, jackhammers, concrete tools, hammer drills, aerators, tillers, power rakes, forklifts, log splitters, tables and chairs, popcorn, snow cone, and cotton candy machines. Alright, you get the picture. You don't have to own when you can rent from Superior Rental, 371 Prospector Drive in Evanston.
First pitch of the 6th inning is delivered to Jack Schroeder, and it is a strike by Seth Lloyd, now at 82 throws through 5 complete and 2 pitches into the 6th inning. That's about as fast as a guy can work, is Seth Lloyd's cadence, isn't it, Ian?
Yup. Real comfortable with it. Just feeding strikes to this guy right now.
I can't remember. I'm sure you didn't work that quick at the college level, but at high school, you weren't nearly as fast at moving as Seth. You like to take a little more time, didn't you?
Just depended on the guy. I was if a batter called time on me, I would actually just sit there and make him do it again.
Just hold him off.
Yep, I'd make him call time again, and we'd reset.
4-2 the score. Evanston all of a sudden on top and has life in the last couple of innings. And You noticed over the break that maybe it's spilling over to the Diamond side. Seth getting a little bit more motion that he didn't have earlier in the game. Down to third base on a high chopper. Schneider fields it. They'll throw a good stretch by Allred, and Schroeder is retired. Back to that, what we were talking about, though, Ian. With Seth, you're seeing a little bit more motion out of his pitches.
I think he's early in the game, he was kind of struggling with his curveball. Couldn't throw it for a strike. Could get it to move, but couldn't get it for a strike. If it was a strike, it wouldn't move. And he's kind of starting to figure that out a little bit.
Brings up the left-handed hitter, Tyler Grenz, to the plate for Cody. Grenz is 1 for 2, struck out his first time on 6 pitches, and then had a one-pitch single, and back-to-back one-pitch singles right up the gut. Grenz on with 1 out. That's hit number 8 of the day for Cody, and we've had a clean fielded game by both sides up to this point. There were 7 errors in yesterday's game between Sheridan and Evanston, including what you called a couple of, what was that, snowball fights?
Snowball fights, just baseballs flying.
Seth Lloyd on the mound. Small lead at first. Into the stretch. The pitch home is a ball low. Has Ethan Johnston up at the plate. Johnston had a big single last inning, or 2 innings ago, I should say. Part of that 2-run fourth. Gets another hit here. Loop into right field. Opposite field knock. Runners on first and second. Still 1 out. And up to the plate, it's Heston Williams. Williams is 0 for 1, struck out and walked. Has, like the rest of the Cody Cubs, that stirrup socks with the yellow and blue striping up the sides. Cody with the gray road pants and blue jerseys with, I said earlier, white, but it looks like a little light gray sleeves. And down the sides. First pitch is outside, and big miss. Is that the slider there that you were talking about?
Yeah.
That's certainly not where he wants it. Probably getting a foot or 2 farther outside than he wanted. 1-0. Comes inside the zone this time. Ground ball. Thrown from short to third. A touch on the bag, so that's getting the lead runner out and 2 outs in the inning. Right play there or try for the double?
I think I'm going for the double there just because, your offense just put another 2 runs up. You're trying to put a 0 up, keep the momentum in your favor. But, I mean, hey, got the out. Still got 2 outs.
Got the second out and did get the lead runner. There are still runners on first and second as Williams reaches on the fielder's choice. Max Williams up for the first time today. Takes ball 1. Lloyd into the set position. 2 outs. Looks back to second. Comes home. Slap down to short again. Throw from Mitchell. Down to first is off target. And it bounces in front of the glove of Allred. Everyone is safe. And the inning continues. Not a bad fielding by Mitchell there, but the throw just got a little bit off. Allred's made some good stretches today. Just couldn't quite get the glove out that far, though.
Yeah, and that's where that potential double play maybe comes back to haunt us a little bit. But we'll see here. This guy's been a dangerous hitter for the Cody Cubs today, so we'll see how this goes.
Absolutely. Cody Phillips. He's got Cubs town in the name. First pitch out to right field. Coming in on it, Kendall Cummings looked a little nervous, but he made the grab. And the inning is over. The Outlaws again leave the bases loaded for the Cody Cubs, and we head to the bottom of the 6th next. A little bit of life here for the Evanston faithful. 4-2 the score. Bottom of the 6th next on this First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Weststar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Weststar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Weststar Printing, 307-789-5202.
Members of Trona Valley Federal Credit Union feel confident that our staff has your best interest in mind, confident that we acknowledge your financial needs, confident that we are always working hard to provide the best rates, best products, and the best service the industry can offer, and confident that we will always work with you to help achieve your financial goals. Join Trona Valley Federal Credit Union today. TronaValley.com, member NCUA.
See, I don't be bugging. That's not my type. You say you want me, and I'm what
Jordan Schneider to lead off for the Evanston Outlaws. He takes ball 1. On the mound, it's Tristan Blatt, and Blatt's been a reliable reliever for the Cody Cubs all year long. ERA in the sub-2 level, but misses back-to-back pitches inside, outside. Is he, right now, Ian, joined by Ian Fisher, former Outlaw, is Blatt looking at the number 9 hitter trying to go out of the zone and look for an offering?
No, right now he just needs to be attacking.
It's a strike. Must have had some good movement there based on where the ball landed in the catcher's glove. Oh, excuse me. I thought I saw a strike. No, that was out. Ball outside. Okay. Swing and a miss on 3-0. And
had to have been 2-2 then.
Yeah. I thought I saw a strike. There's no way Schneider's swinging out of 3-0. So I think the count's actually at 2-2. And there it is. Get corrected on the board. Pitch outside. Just out. And ball 3. Schneider holding on there. Watching it all the way in. A fastball right in.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Right where they wanted it.
Here's the pitch to the number 9 man. Blatt comes in, and Schneider hits it out to right field on a little line drive, and it's foul. Try it again.
Talking about a guy who just needs to find a hole real quick and get hot.
You got a big gap straight up the middle between second and short. The whole base is open. The pitch inside, and Schneider will take that. He earns the walk. Get on however you want. Jordan Schneider on the year with, I believe, 8 hits on the season and
14 walks now.
14 walks. Get on where you can. That was my old strategy. I was no stranger to the 8 and 9 spots in the batting order, and lean in, do the old Tucker Leland, get that elbow hit if you needed it too, but also watch them real close and get that walk if you can. I assume that's what you were alluding to earlier with sometimes the ball gravitates. Sometimes you gravitate toward the ball. 4-2 the score. Runner on first base is Schneider. Good speed there and good speed. And the batter's box, and Reed Gross up, taking a ball, 1-1 count. All the Outlaws struggled yesterday. Gross 0 for 2 so far, but scored his last time after earning a 4-pitch walk in the 5th. High pop-up, maybe staying in play down the first base dugout side. Down to Heston Williams and into his glove just in front of the on-deck circle. And there is one out. Have a man on, and Schneider brings up Jagger Mitchell with Seth Lloyd on deck. Jagger Mitchell hitting in the 420s through the month of July. On the day, he's 0 for 3 though. First pitch from Blatt is out of play. Well, you said the hitters would have to come right after Blatt, and he's proven to do that outside of the at-bat of Schneider. He's really attacked the zone, hasn't he?
Yes, sir. This is going to be a big inning for him, because if you can put the 0 up, kind of reset the momentum a little bit, give your hitters a shot to try and make a comeback here.
Going to the 7th where anything can happen. The pitch home. It's a looping curveball, and Mitchell toes it down the third base line. First and second, a clutch hit by Jagger Mitchell. Now I am going to ask you to talk a little bit about hitting on that play and at-bat by Mitchell. I know it's not your wheelhouse.
I don't know what you want me to say here. He had a high looping curveball. He hung it up there, spun on it, and just sneaked it past the glove of the third baseman.
Just kept it fair, too. You look at that and you think, oh, man, he missed. I better not miss on this pitch, right?
Yeah. And that was the problem yesterday. Is a lot of the pitches they did foul off and miss were just right down the middle fastball, because that pitcher was just attacking the zone. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, our boys were just missing the pitch.
Brings up the lefty Seth Lloyd. First and second go the runners. A chop foul down the first base line.
2 curveballs here, 0-2 count. I would honestly expect a third one to come in here. That or either a high fastball. Try and get him to chase something out of the zone and then attack again.
Lloyd down 0-2. Catcher sets up a little outside. The ball is outside, and Lloyd protects and fouls it away.
Here comes that curveball.
Curveball on this pitch.
Oh, 100%.
Down 0-2 on the count. Here's Blatt. Fastball. High pop-up down the third base side. On the run, trying to make the play, and look at that. Nice little grab there by Jack Schroeder. And I think
Eventually
Seth
had
Lloyd,
to miss one.
I think Seth Lloyd was missing, maybe thinking a curveball as well. Well, now you had Elijah Leyva nailed down, but Blatt seems to be, like you said, watching him on warm-ups, just aggressive, just come right after the hitters.
Yup, and he seems to be sticking with that. That's the first time all game he's thrown 2 curveballs back-to-back to a hitter, respecting Seth Lloyd. And got 2 strikes.
Brings up Ryan Fisher. The first pitch is fouled away.
And that's what you got to do with a guy like this. If he's going to attack the zone, if you get a good first pitch to hit, you got to give it a shot.
It looks like they have a practice field down there, that volunteer field house, I think.
So that's going to be all indoor turf with some batting cages for winter work.
It's a great facility here at Ladke Memorial Stadium. And this is the site of the 2020 Northwest Regional AA Tournament. And you can see why. It's a beautiful facility. You got the field turf, play no matter the conditions. Even if we do get some thunderstorms tonight, it's going to make infield work almost, well, it's really none. Just make sure it's dry enough and not slippery, and you're good to go play. It's 2-1 to Ryan Fisher. 2 outs, man on first and second base. The Outlaws in the bottom of the 6th, leading by 2 runs. The pitch from Blatt. Outside corner, just missing. Is that a little low, maybe?
That's where it was going to be it, yeah. That definitely caught corner. It's just going to be a little beneath the knees.
3-1 to Fisher. Waggles the bat, the pitch in. Offers through the hole, just past the glove of Heston Williams. Being waved around, coming home is Schneider. The throw is not in time. They throw down to third, and that's not in time either. A 3-run lead by the Evanston Outlaws. 5-2 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Another seeing eye single for the Outlaws. That's really how they made their bread in this game today. Gus Allred to the plate. Gus Allred's really taking control of the first base defensively throughout this season. He's appeared to me to be a pretty good defender at that position, Ian. Righty on lefty matchup, the first pitch, a ball. And really when you're looking for a first baseman, aren't you looking for someone tall who can do the splits?
Yes. That's essentially the perfect body type for that. Preferably left-handed, but...
Preferably left-handed, yeah, that as well. And can catch. Catch about anything. I could never do the splits, could you?
No, not a shot. There's a reason I didn't play first.
2-0, the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Runners on the corner of first and third. The pitch from Blatt.
That's going to drop.
Out to left center. Drops it. And everyone on their horse on contact. 1 run is in. Jagger scored, and turning around to make it 2 runs from first to home, Ryan Fisher scores 7-2. And the Outlaws have opened this game up after appearing dead in the water for how many innings? 4. And then they got 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, working on 3 in the 6th. Puts Gus Allred on second base, still 2 outs. 7-2 the score. That putting the Outlaws into double-digit hits, 10 on the day. Chris Perriman to the plate. First pitch, just foul down the right field side on a line drive. 0-1 count to Chris Perriman, Allred on second. Righty on righty matchup, swing and a miss by Perriman. Upset it himself for that swing. 0-2. The Cody Cubs offensively are down to their final 3 outs, and all of a sudden find themselves down 5 runs. The pitch from Blatt, swing and a miss, and the inning is over, but not before 3 runs come around on half a dozen hits for the Evanston Outlaws. 7-2 the score after 6 innings. The top of the 7th when we return on this First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball.
The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds, plus online streaming music, giveaways, and more. It's all on mylocalradio.com. Watch as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches. Catch up on local and regional news and stream your favorite music. Visit mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook and stream it all live. The best place to stay when you're in Casper, Wyoming is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. This beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, 1 pool, a fitness center, and fabulous indoor atrium. Offering jacuzzi and fireplace suites, the guest rooms are comfortable and relaxing. Plus, every stay includes a delicious extended continental breakfast. Whenever you're in Casper, stay at the best place. Come On In Hotel and Suites. Come on in today. Come On In Hotel and Suites, Casper.
Bright red, burn out weather the storm, but it's raining cats and dogs. Why they playing on their phone when I'm playing them a song? Oh no.
7-2 the score on the Impact Physical Therapy board as Devin Engdahl leads off for the Cody Cubs. And strike one delivered by Seth Lloyd. That is pitch number 96. He's allowed 105. He can finish the batter once he hits 105. Ian Fisher tells me, but he's got to be efficient here. He is up in the count, 0-2 to Engdahl. Third pitch is in, popped up, out of play. Foul ball's not your friend at this point, Ian.
No, trying to keep that pitch count down. He's got 9 to play with before he has to come out.
That's pitch number 4 of the inning. Slap down towards second base on a grounder. Brendan Thompson out number 1.
That's going to be 99 for him, so he's got 6 to play with this batter.
Yep, 99 brings up the number 3 man. So to close this out, you've got 2, 3, 4, Jared Grenz. Grenz is 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly RBI. That scored the opening run of the game, and for a while it looked like that might be the winner. The Outlaws scored 2 in the 4th, then 2 more in the 5th, and a big 3-run 6th inning. First pitch is a ball. Second a strike, 1-1 count. Puts his count at over the century mark at 101. The pitch from Lloyd, slap to center. Perriman has a read on it, backs up and, just made the grab. He almost had an uh-oh moment as he made a couple steps in and then had to back up, but there are 2 outs. Pitch count at 102. So Lloyd can finish the game with a complete game winner. But he has to retire Tristan Blatt here. Has 3 pitches. 2 outs, 7-2 the score. And the first pitch a strike. Blatt 1 for 3. A run scored after getting on with a single. Second pitch is a ball. Outside corner, where'd it miss?
Just a bit outside.
1-1, the pitch in again. And it's 2-1, so there is the limit, 105. This is the last batter Seth Lloyd may face. It's either an out and a win here or a new pitcher after this. And it will be a new pitcher as a ground ball up the middle. Brendan Thompson dives and stops the ball, but that is it. Now the umpires calling time as Jason Lloyd wanted his son Seth to finish this one out, but he'll leave with the game in good shape. A runner on first and 2 outs in the 7th inning. Tosses the ball. What a game it was. 106 pitches thrown by Seth Lloyd. 2 runs, both of them earned. 10 hits allowed, and 10 hits, it gets up to that double digit, but overall a great game, I would say, by Lloyd pitched.
He spread them out pretty well, you know. Giving up a lot of hits is never what you want, but if you spread them out throughout the game, 1 here, 2 here, as long as they don't come back to hurt you, they can hit it all they want.
1 man on as Jagger Mitchell will be tasked with getting the final out for Evanston. And this is baseball. There's no clock. So you got to get that out because Cody is still just as much alive as they've ever been until they get that third. We saw yesterday in the final contest, Gillette down 1-0 with 2 outs in the 6th inning to Rock Springs, and a run scored, and they go on to extra innings and win it 2-1. Mentioned that game in the earlier broadcast and heard from the guy who knocked in the winning run, Caleb Lewis, during the extended pregame coverage this morning. And his team was sitting in the dugout saying, well, we still got one out, and that's the mentality you have to have. And the Cody Cubs, they're a good team. They're sitting 45-13 on the year. They've been in situations like this before. Jagger Mitchell has taken his warm-up pitches. He's ready to face the batter, which is Jack Schroeder. Schroeder with a double on the day. And what's Mitchell throwing out there?
All he threw right there were fastballs, just feeding them in. Had a little curveball action there in that last pitch, so.
Probably look to see those two pitches heavily.
I mean, with a 5-run lead here for Jagger, I mean, the runner on first base doesn't matter. He's just trying to feed pitches in and get the out.
Expect to see mostly fastball here?
I don't expect to see a lot of breakers.
Yeah. Schroeder at the plate, righty on righty. The pitch, the first from Mitchell, fastball strike.
Kind of surprised to see Gus Allred holding the runner on first base.
Yeah, almost expect 5-run lead. Just get the best defensive position you can. Maybe back up a bit.
Yep.
Out toward right field, kind of how Schneider is down the third base line.
Set up solid, get your out however you can. Get out of here.
Up 5 runs, a lot of times you can let that runner go and you won't even see a throw or you call it fielder indifference. 1-1 count. And the pitch is down and away. Gross blocks it. Coming up next, it's Jackson versus Rock Springs at 1 p.m. At about an hour and a half away from the start. Fastball up the middle. We're still playing baseball here, though. A single with 2 outs. Back-to-back 2-out singles. And Cody getting runs represented 3 and 4 on base, 5 and 6 at the plate and on deck. Tyler Grenz, the shortstop, at the bat. He's 2 for his last 2. 2 for 3 after striking out his first time up. Back-to-back singles. The first on 3 pitches, the second on 2. Runners on first and second for Cody. 7-2 the score for Evanston. Over Cody. Elimination at Double-A. Day 2. First pitch is a strike. That was maybe right on the knees. That looked very low. Mitchell up against Grenz, the batter, 0-1 in the count. Looks back to second. Now comes home, swing and a miss. Down to the final strike for Evanston to stay alive and play at 4 p.m. tomorrow. The winner of this game will play either Gillette or Laramie at 4 p.m. on Sunday. Evanston is 1 strike away from punching their ticket. High fly ball out to right field. Cummings on the run. He gloves it, and the Outlaws will play another day. 7-2, the final on the Impact Physical Therapy Board. Thank you to Ian Fisher, and he said he was the good luck charm. The Outlaws scored every inning. He was up here joining us on MyLocalRadio.com. We will come back with post-game coverage next on this First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNY and 99.1 FM and online at MyLocalRadio.com.
The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds, plus online streaming music, giveaways, and more. It's all on MyLocalRadio.com. Watch as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches. Catch up on local and regional news and stream your favorite music. Visit MyLocalRadio.com. Like us on Facebook and stream it all live.
For generations, gun ownership has been an important part of our heritage. At the Gun Room in Evanston, you'll find a large selection of quality firearms. Everything from personal protection handguns to hunting rifles and shotguns. With a wide selection of hunting gear, ammo, optics, and apparel, we have what you need. Ask about our 90-day layaway program. And remember, success on the range and in the field starts at the Gun Room. Call today, 307-789-2677.
See the blood move, and the waves get high, make your move.
The Outlaws will play another day, 7-2, the final on the Impact Physical Therapy Board, on the way of 10 hits to 11 for Cody. as we got a near complete game out of Seth Lloyd. The only thing that could stop him today was the pitch count, forcing him to come out for the last couple of batters, and I'm joined now by Seth Lloyd. Careful there. It's quite a drop in here. We got some tables balanced on bleachers, but you go the distance, and you get the win today. 10 hits given up, but overall, how'd you feel on the mound there?
I felt like we had a good defense, good team in that way. I pitched all right, just kept throwing strikes, and my defense backed us up. So in that way, it was very good.
I had Ian Fisher up here giving color throughout the game, and he seemed to notice that you may have gotten a little bit better location and movement as the offense, and you guys started to get it going. Did you feel that momentum shifting maybe through as that game progressed through the middle innings?
Yeah, as we started hitting and started getting some points on the board, I felt like it was a lot better, and that felt more calm and more confident to throw my curveball and throw some strikes. It was good.
How about your defense today?
It was good. Very good defense.
We had a cleanly fielded game. I think we had one error.
One error, that's it. Yeah.
And that was it. We got that double play at third base. Got some great plays. Were you able to feed off them a little bit?
Yeah, I like the energy that our defense brought. I could definitely feed off it. We're in pitching.
How about that at-bat you had, the ground rule double? Did you think it was out?
No, I hit the deepest part of the field again. So it was too high. If I would have hit it to 320, the corner, then it would have been out.
Oh, it would have been out by a mile there, but nonetheless, that kind of got things started, and you came around to score after that play by way of the guy that we're going to be joined by next, Brendan Thompson. He's waiting in the wings right now. And, hey, Brendan, he's been hot in the month of July. Had a cold day yesterday. Where did he find his hitting at today?
I don't know. He's been doing all right, I guess, but he's been – he's found it now, just like all of us. We've been finding it together, and he's gotten good now. So
it's good to see he finally got his uniform on. When I was talking to your dad before the game, this ran on the air. I was like, man, how long does it take Brendan to get his uniform on? It's game time, and he's still in shorts and a T-shirt. Well, Seth, that was probably your last start at the Legion level. How do you feel going out like that and getting ready to go play some shortstop tomorrow?
I'm glad that I could go out like that and have a win and be able to keep my season going.
I haven't brought this up in a few years, but, this is your 6th year playing outlaw baseball. I was in the dugout with you 6 years ago, and your voice had not changed yet. You were a little squeaky back then.
Yeah, a little bit.
You've grown up, and we've loved watching you have it. Congratulations. And, hey, you get to play tomorrow, so it's not over, but we'll see you in short now. Go ahead and hand that headset over to Brendan Thompson.
Thank you,
That's
sir.
Seth Lloyd.
Thank you.
Now we got Brendan Thompson, second baseman. And, I've been singing your praises a little bit hitting as you're trying to get located, and be careful there we got a table. Don't want to flip that. I was singing your praises yesterday saying, now looking at the stats, okay, let's pull these up. Let's go into yesterday's game. In the month of July, did you know this? You were the 3rd hottest hitter on the Outlaws in the month of July.
I did not know that, but I definitely tried to change things up. At the start of the year, I went through a pretty good slump. I wasn't seeing the ball, but I did a lot of work at practice, and I've been working on trying to find the rotation of the ball on curveballs, and it's been working out pretty well, and I'm pretty excited that I'm finally finding it in the state tournament.
And that's all to say that I saw none of that in yesterday's game, although to be fair, we saw none of what had been working for this team at all in yesterday's game. What was different today?
I think today we came out a lot more loose. Like yesterday we came out, we definitely had the energy at the beginning of the game, but I felt we tightened up as soon as Sheridan started to hit on us. But today we just came out and played, Evanston baseball. Played like we always do. Just play ball and have some fun, and it's a great time.
Talking with first baseman Brendan Thompson, who had the RBI for the first run scored for the Outlaws today, and the eventual winning run RBI as you drove in runs 1 and 3 today. Going back to what you said you've been working on, what has changed on your approach at the plate in the last month of the season?
Well, I noticed that I was getting on top of the ball a lot, and I was either hitting little ground balls or I was popping it up in the infield. And I noticed that I would lose the ball right as it got to me, and so I would always end up dipping or something like that. So I worked really hard to see it through the bat, and I'm pretty excited because I've gone up there with confidence now, and I've found my old hitting, and I'm pretty excited that I can help the team out.
I asked Jason Lloyd yesterday who he was going with on the mound, and he said Seth, and I said, you given any thought to Brendan Thompson? And he looked at me like you read my mind, and then he said no. Are you getting the ball tomorrow? You're still leading the team in ERA, you know.
Yeah, I'm leading the team in ERA with 1 inning.
One inning pitched.
That's awesome.
1 inning pitched, 2 hits.
Yeah.
No runs given up, 2 walks, and a hefty taunting by your mother. That was back in Casper. Could you hear her when you were on the mound as she was yelling at you?
Through the years, I've learned that it's just best if I try to tune her out because she definitely gives me hell. But I love her, and she's always there to support me, and I appreciate that.
Of course, and we all love that. But is there a bigger critic of your game in the entire league when you're not doing right?
No, it's definitely your family.
Yeah.
I mean, the biggest critic is, of course, myself because I've always taught myself that, if you're not hard on yourself, you're not wanting to play the game.
And not a bigger supporter when things are going right or wrong at the end of the day, even if it doesn't feel like it at the time. But
right.
You guys get on to win tomorrow. You play either Gillette or Laramie at 4 p.m. How do you feel after a game like this, and at what point did the tides turn in this game?
I think so. We started the game off pretty well. They ended up scoring that 1 run, and we realized that we have to play loose, but we still got to lock in. And so we started making plays on defense, just biding our time. We know we were going to find the holes with the bats, and then the bats started coming alive. And I think everybody's confidence came up, and we started swinging at the ball, hitting the ball hard, and driving people in, and it worked out well for us.
Well, you got to survive and advance on to day 3 tomorrow. We'll be on mylocalradio.com with that broadcast. Now, are you ready to pull off an upset?
I feel like this team, on the paper, it looks like an upset, but I believe this team, it's not an upset for us in any way. We are a very good team, and we're going to play like that, and I hope that we just keep fighting, survive, and advance, like you said.
All right, Brendan Thompson, congratulations. We'll see you back tomorrow.
All right, thank you.
We'll take a break and come back with your post-game stats as we continue extended coverage of the Evanston Outlaws at the AA State Tournament live from Latke Memorial Stadium in Gillette, Wyoming. Next on this First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
When you look good, it helps you to feel good. When you look good, it changes the way others see you and the way you feel about you. To help you look your best, Joe's Modern Cleaners in Evanston offers dry cleaning services. Shirts and slacks and dresses last longer when they are dry cleaned. The colors stay vibrant longer. You will feel your best when you know you look your best. And you will look your best when you have the professionals at Joe's Modern Cleaners dry clean your apparel. Joe's Modern Cleaners, 624 West Cheyenne Drive in the Frontier Square. Take all your clothes to Joe's.
The first school in Evanston opened in 1870 with 8 students. Since the very beginning, excellence in education has been the goal. Dedicated teachers and staff, board members, and community members have focused on student learning. The Uintah County School District No. 1 has graduated many young men and women who have gone on to be successful, productive citizens, parents, and leaders around the world. Our heritage continues today. Uintah County School District No. 1, Pathway to Excellence.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires that offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Hacemos algo desenfrenado, entonces hacemos algo.
7-2 the final as the Evanston Outlaws come away with the victory in 7 innings over the Cody Cubs of Single A, which made the jump up to the AA tournament after Post 6 said, we're going to sit this one out. And the Outlaws, despite being out-hit 11-10, got the big runs around when they needed to. Just one error in the game as well. 7-2 the final on the Impact Physical Therapy board. The Cody Cubs struck first after a leadoff triple by Cody Phillips got them around in the first inning. There were no more scores until the fourth when Cody got one onto the board. That put the Outlaws down 2-0 with Seth Lloyd leading off the inning, and he nearly hit one out to the right center side, a ground rule double to lead off the fourth inning. Driven in by Brendan Thompson for the first run of the game, the Outlaws scored twice in that inning and then came back in the fifth with a couple more runs. Again, Brendan Thompson at the bat with the RBI to put the Outlaws up 3-2, the eventual game winner. Evanston scored 3 more runs in the sixth inning and drove Elijah Leyva out of the game. In the sixth inning, and made it 7-2 the final. Seth Lloyd nearly went complete on the mound for the Evanston Outlaws, was finally put out after a 105-pitch game limit has been induced for this year in Legion Baseball. That was the only thing that could keep him out of completing this game. Jagger Mitchell came in relief of him, gave up a couple of base runners, but got a fly out to right field. Kendall Cummings making the catch for the final out of the game as the Outlaws again win by 5 for Evanston. Winning pitcher on the mound, Seth Lloyd. 106 pitches thrown, 58% of which were strikes, allowed 10 hits. Both of those runs earned 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. Jagger Mitchell, 7 pitches for that final out, gave up 1 hit, and got another man, actually inherited a base runner as Seth Lloyd's 10th hit was his final batter faced. Losing pitcher was Elijah Leyva, I believe. Double check on that right now. Losses handed to Elijah Leyva. 4 innings complete, 72 pitches, 61% which were strikes, 4 hits, 3 earned runs given up, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks for him. Tristan Blatt came in for 2 innings, 39 pitches thrown, through 70% strikes. As you heard, Ian Fisher, our color commentator for today, predicted he would. Blatt, a guy who attacks the hitters, gave up 6 hits, 4 runs, all of those earned, 2 strikeouts, and walked 2 men as well. For the bats yesterday, we kind of did an abbreviated version for the offensive output for the Evanston Outlaws as there wasn't too much to report. Today, though, Evanston getting into the double digits for hits. Let's run you through everyone. Reed Gross ends up without a hit, but did get a walk, had a strikeout as well, and came around to score on his only time on the base pass. Jagger Mitchell, 1 for 4, scored a run. Seth Lloyd, 2 for 4 with that ground rule double, scored twice, as did Ryan Fisher, who went 2 for 2 as well. 1 RBI for Fisher and 2 walks drawn. Gus Allred went 2 for 4, had 3 RBIs, as he's right up there with Brendan Thompson for players of the game in today's game, and Seth Lloyd as well. We'll give all 3 of those guys player of the game honors today. Chris Perriman goes 0 for 4 and had 2 strikeouts. Brendan Thompson, 2 for 2, 2 RBIs. And those 2 RBIs were the first and third runs scored of the day, the opening and the winning run for the Evanston Outlaws. Casey Perriman goes 0 for 1, and Kendall Cummings comes in for a couple of at-bats, goes 1 for 2, has an RBI, and that was the second run scored to tie up the game for the Evanston Outlaws. And Jordan Schneider goes 0 for 1, but goes 0 for 2 rather, but does draw a walk and came around to score in the 6th inning. So in all, 28 at-bats for the Evanston Outlaws, 10 hits, 7 runs, 7 RBIs, 4 walks drawn, and 4 strikeouts. A little bit of an improvement over their 7 strikeouts yesterday. For the Cody Cubs, Cody Phillips went 2 for 4, scored once on that leadoff triple. The number 2 man, Devin Engdahl, went 1 for 3 with a walk drawn, did not score. Jared Grenz 0 for 3 with an RBI, though. Tristan Blatt went 2 for 4 with a 1 run scored. Jack Schroeder, he went 2 for 4 as well, as did Tyler Grenz, and he had a 1 strikeout. Ethan Johnston 2 for 3 at the plate with 1 RBI. Heston Williams went 0 for 2 with a walk drawn and a strikeout, and Elijah Leyva went 0 for 2, and Max Williams went 0 for 1. In all, Cody had 30 batters, 2 runs scored, 11 hits, 2 RBIs, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Tomorrow, the Evanston Outlaws play either Laramie or Gillette. We will take on that team at 4 p.m. right here on MyLocalRadio.com in an elimination Day 3 Sunday game. And yes, we will have baseball broadcast for you on MyLocalRadio.com. It states so. Throw away that no Sunday broadcast. However, it will not be on the radio. Video streaming only at MyLocalRadio.com. Evanston versus either Laramie or Gillette tomorrow at 4 p.m. Be there and join us for more extended pregame coverage tomorrow right around 3:30 p.m. only on MyLocalRadio.com. I'm Jake Hibbard, and for another day, we'll see you tomorrow for Outlaw Baseball.
Thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast of Evanston Outlaw Baseball on mylocalradio.com. Go online to check out more live and archived action from Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho. Today's executive producer is Val Cook. This has been a wholly owned production of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. No portion of this stream may be used or rebroadcast without the expressed written consent of the aforementioned rights holder. We thank all of our sponsors for making this broadcast possible, and mostly, we thank you for tuning in.